So let's start with the Indian Contract Act 1872. Number syllabus la irka one of the lengthiest act abdina adu vandu Contract Act da. But do not worry, in the next 1 hour our target is to master, not just learn, to master the unit number 1. I want you guys to stick with me, to repeat along with me, okay, and to have a scribble note so that you keep revising, writing the section numbers, so that by the end of the 1 hour session you are thorough with the Indian Contract Act 1872 oda first unit. First thing, நம்ம எந்த act படிச்சாலும் I start by telling you, please study the section number 1, which is the preliminary. Indian Contract Act also, we are going to start with section number 1, which talks about what? 4 things: short title, extent, commencement, applicability. Section number 1 talks about short title, extent, commencement and applicability. The name of this act is the Indian Contract Act 1872. The short title, how am I going to call it? I'm going to call it as the Indian Contract Act 1872. It is applicable, it extends to the whole of India. It was commenced on 25th April 1872 was its date of enactment. 25th April 1872 was its date of enactment. And applicability, it applies to all types of contract. It applies to all types of contract, like how SOGA applies to contracts of sale of goods. Companies Act applies to companies. LLP Act applies to LLP. Like that, the Indian Contract Act 1872 is applicable to all contracts. Ma'am, yeah ma'am, இந்த act எடுத்துட்டு வந்தாங்க, எனக்கு இதெல்லாம் புரிஞ்சிச்சு. It applies short title புரிஞ்சிச்சு, extent புரிஞ்சிச்சு, commencement, applicability, இதெல்லாம் I understood. But can you tell me practically why are we bringing Contract Act? I will tell you the reason. It's because suppose if there was no Contract Act, this Rahul guy comes to me. Let's say I run a provision store. Provision store means like a supermarket, let's suppose. He comes and places an order saying that, ma'am, I want 100 kgs of basmati rice, this, that, so much order he places because his wedding is going to come. Because his wedding is going to come, so to make food and all, he's placing an order. Okay, now I'm telling Rahul, hey listen Rahul, I run a very small provision store. எனக்கு ரொம்ப குட்டி provision store தான். 100 kg நான் வந்து வாங்கிட்டு நீனும் என்கிட்ட நாளைக்கு வந்து உன் வெட்டிங்க்கு வேணா வேற யார்கிட்டயும் நான் ஆர்டர் கொடுத்துட்டேன்னு சொன்னேன் அப்படின்னா எனக்கு ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா போயிடும். ஏன்னா நான் யூசுவலா 10 kg 20 kg தான் ஸ்டாக் வச்சிருப்பேன். நீ சொல்றது 100 kg, நான் உன்னை நம்பி ஆர்டர் பண்ணி அது வரல, அது வந்துருச்சு, அதுக்கப்புறம் நீ வாங்கல அப்படின்னா எனக்கு ரொம்ப லாஸ் ஆயிடும் அப்படின்னு நான் சொல்றேன். ராகுல் என்ன சொல்றானா, மேம் என்ன நம்பி வாங்குங்க மேம், என்ன ஆனாலும் கல்யாணம் கேன்சலே ஆனாலும் நான் எல்லாருக்கும் சாப்பாடு போடுவேன், என்ன நம்பி வாங்குங்க மேம். He's telling that, ma'am, please purchase that 100 kgs of rice. Even if my wedding gets cancelled, I'll still ask the guests to eat and go. Look at how big heart he has. Okay, so believing this Rahul guy, I placed the order for 100 kgs of rice. ரைஸ் அதே மாதிரி எல்லாமே 100 kg ரைஸ், ஸ்வீட்டுக்கு எல்லா ஐட்டம், மாவு, இது அது நான் சொன்னேன். நான் எல்லாத்துக்குமே ஆர்டர் போட்டேன். வெட்டிங் 20th செப்டம்பர், இவன் எனக்கு கால் அடிக்கிறான் 19th செப்டம்பர் and tells to me, ma'am, I'm really sorry, I cannot take all that ingredients that you ordered. I'm asking Rahul, what happened? Why? Tomorrow is your wedding. Why you are calling me right now? What happened? He's telling, no ma'am, the girl I was supposed to marry, she married someone else. The girl I was supposed to marry, she married someone else. Now I am like, I'm very stressed. I'm like, Rahul, I told you no, if you don't purchase, what will I do? You promised, you entered into a contract with me saying that you will purchase. That's why I purchased so much of goods. Now you are telling that girl got married to somebody else. Rahul, tell me, is there any chance அந்த பொண்ணு யாரை கல்யாணம் பண்ணாலோ அவங்களோட கேட்டரிங்க்கு நான் வந்து இந்த சாமான் கொடுக்க ஏதாவது சான்ஸ் இருக்கா? சரி, உன் கல்யாணம் தான் நடக்கல, அவளோட கல்யாணம் யாரு கூடயோ நடந்திருக்கல, அந்த கேட்டரிங்காச்சு இந்த அரிசி மாவு இதெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம், கொஞ்சம் கேட்டு சொல்றியான்னு சொல்றேன். அவளை, மேம் எதுக்கு மேம் கடுப்பேத்துறீங்க, நானே டென்ஷனா இருக்கேன், போனை வைங்கன்னு வச்சிடுறான். பட் ஐ எம் காலிங் Rahul and I am telling, what the hell boss, I ordered 100 kgs of rice, 100 kgs of Ashirwad atta, everything believing you will buy. Now you cannot do anything. If you don't purchase it, I will go to the court. If you don't fulfill your promise, I will go to the court. I will go to the court, right? For that, to go to the court, to file a case, I need to file the case against some act, right? That act is Indian Contract Act, because what happened between me and Rahul is a commercial contract and he breached the contract. I will go to the court and file a case against this guy. So if anybody makes a contract and if they think of breaching the contract, they must remember that the Contract Act is there. We can go to the court and sue the other person. சோ யாருமே கான்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணி நாளைக்கு சரி இப்போதைக்கு கான்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம் நாளைக்கு ஃபுல்ஃபில் பண்ண மாட்டோம் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சிட கூடாது ஏன்னா நாளைக்கு ஃபுல்ஃபில் பண்ணல அப்படின்னா the contract act will be applicable to them. Are you able to understand? So make people fear of contracts. If you make a contract you have to fulfill. You cannot escape by breaching it. If you breach, the other party will go to the court. For that we brought up a provision, act which is of around 200 section talking about laws and regulations relating to a contract. And by the time we complete the course, I will make sure that you learn all the sections, subsections, all points that are relevant for exam. But tell me, are you clear with section number 1? Is section number 1 done and dusted for all of you? Is section number 1 done and dusted? Did you understand the applicability? Did you understand the applicability? The Indian Contract Act applies to all contracts. The Indian Contract Act applies to all contracts. Ma'am, we are clear, ma'am. Ma'am, we are clear, ma'am. Start off. Next, we are going to do unit number. Next, we are going to do section number 2, the most important section of this particular chapter is section number 2. ஏனா இந்த செக்ஷன்ல தான் நிறைய டெஃபினிஷன் இருக்கு. இப்போ நீ படிக்கிற டெஃபினிஷன் தான் அடுத்த 9 யூனிட்டுக்குமே உனக்கு ஒரு பேஸ். So make sure that you remember the section along with the clause numbers really well, and I am there. I'll make you remember all of them. Okay, can we start section number 1 done and dusted? Next target is section number 2. Section number 2 oda first definition. Section number 2 oda first definition is 2H. 2H is what, guys? Contract. 2H is what? Contract. 2H is a contract. Contract means what? Contract means what? Contract means an agreement that is enforceable by law. Contract means an agreement that is enforceable by law. Contract means ல ஆரம்பிக்குது. அப்போ இது என்ன மாதிரி கான்ட்ராக்ட் சொல், என்ன மாதிரி டெஃபினிஷன் சொல்லு? எக்ஸாஸ்டிவா இல்ல இன்க்ளூசிவா? எக்ஸாஸ்டிவா இல்ல இன்க்ளூசிவா? இது ஒரு எக்ஸாஸ்டிவ் டெஃபினிஷன். What kind of definition it is? It is a exhaustive definition. Guys, you can be active on chat. I told don't talk unnecessarily. Didn't tell don't talk subject also. Weird people. ஒன்னு பேசினா தேவையில்ல எல்லாமே பேசுறேன், இல்லாட்டி பேசவே மாட்டேங்கிறேன். My God. Okay. Contract Act starts, the contract word is defined from means. It starts with the word means, which means it is a exhaustive definition. Contract means an agreement that is enforceable by law. Agreement that is enforceable by law. Contract is defined in 2H. Agreement is defined in agree, 2E, agree. It is defined in 2E, and enforceable by law அப்படினா intention to create a legal obligation. இப்போ எனக்கும் ராகுலுக்கும் நடந்தது என்ன? What it is? It is a contract because I had an intention to go to the court if Rahul breaches the promise. அவன் நாளைக்கு அந்த அரிசி பருப்பு அதெல்லாம் வாங்கலனா I had an intention to go to the court. It is agreement with enforceability. It becomes a contract. So when does a contract take birth? When agreement meets enforceability. When agreement meets enforceability. A contract means an agreement enforceable by law. A contract means agreement enforceable by law. Is this clear? Very good, Nimesh. Yes, gunpowder. Yes, gunpowder. We'll come to that. Is it clear? Now what you studied is 2H. Maintain a blank sheet. You will keep adding the sections. So far what? That's why I kept this whole page blank. Because by the time we finish the section, we should know. By the time we finish the unit, we should know. என்னெல்லாம் படிச்சிருக்கோம்னா section 1 முடிச்சிட்டோம், which is applicable, which is preliminary. அடுத்தது section 2H, which is contract, which also we have done. Okay, if a contract is made up of agreement and enforceability, let's read what is a agreement. An agreement is nothing but offer plus acceptance plus consideration is a agreement. Offer plus acceptance plus consideration is a agreement. Abdina, I am telling Rahul, are you interested to buy my this basmati rice, atta and all, 4 rupees 1000. I am making an offer. Rahul says, yes ma'am, I am interested. He is accepting the offer and giving me cash. I am giving him goods. Consideration is there. So offer plus acceptance plus consideration, it is an agreement. Do we have the intention to create legal obligation? Yes. So there's enforceability. Does this become a contract? Yes. Are you able to understand people? அப்படினா contract ரெண்டு sides இருக்கு. Contract is made up of two things, agreement plus enforceability. Agreement திரும்பி பிரிச்சோனா அதுல மூணு வருது. Agreement is made up of offer plus acceptance plus consideration. Agreement is made up of offer plus acceptance plus consideration. Right? Right? An agreement is defined under section 2 clause E. Agreement is defined under section 2 clause E, which is agreement. Agree எப்படி ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிறது? Classல I told you agree. E, 2E is for agreement. Is that clear, people? Is that clear? Is that clear? Can we study what is an agreement first? Can we study what is an agreement first? Then we will come back to this. Then we will come back. Go to 2E. 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 Where is 2E? 2E, 2E. Okay, wait, let me open your ICAI module also, so that simultaneously I'll show you there also. Just a second, I'll open your ICAI module also. Okay. It's open, it's open, it's open. So now let's see what is an agreement. Agreement எங்க கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? எங்க பாரு. Agreement is defined as every promise or every set of promises forming consideration to each other. Forming consideration to each other. Every promise or every set of promises. Promise is what? Offer plus acceptance is a promise. Every promise or every set of promises. Ma'am, ஏன் ma'am set of னு சொல்றாங்க? Every promise புரிஞ்சிச்சு. Rahul Kai agreed to sell those basmati rice, atta, every promise. Okay, set of promises na enna? Classla na in the example sonne, when you paid for the course, we told we will give you the lecture, we will told we will give you test, we will told we will give you material. So here there is no one promise we are making, there are multiple promises. It's a set of promise. Class also I will give, test also I will give, material support also I will give, revision video also I will give. This is a set of promises. Very good, Abhijit. More than one promise. It is a set of promise. Agreement means every promise. It can be a single promise, every promise, or it can be multiple promises. Every promise or every set of promises forming consideration for each other. You gave me consideration, money, I am giving you resources, classes, test, material, everything, right? So forming consideration on each other. அப்படினா நீ எனக்கு ஏதோ கொடுக்கணும், நான் உனக்கு ஏதோ கொடுக்கணும். Consideration can never be one-sided. Like how true love is love only when it is two-sided. Only you like the girl. Is that love? No. She should also know it, right? She should also know it, right? Consideration should always be two-sided. Consideration should always be two-sided. Are you able to understand this, people? Are you able to understand this? Are you able to understand this? Done, people, done. Zoom people, done. Okay, now let's quickly repeat. 2H is what? 2H is what? So wherever you are, repeat it. Ma'am, I am walking outside. Repeat it. People think I'm mad. Anyway, you are mad only. Repeat it. 2H says contract means an agreement enforceable by law. Contract means an agreement enforceable by law. 2E means, 2E is agree. 2E, agree. 2E, agreement, which means every promise and every set of promises forming consideration for each other. Forming consideration for each other is a agreement. So section 1 done, section 2 done, 2 லேந்து I came to 2E. மேம் இதெல்லாம் நான் எப்படி கோர்வையா ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கலாம். ஏன்னா செக்ஷன் 1 தனி, அது எனிவே உனக்கு ஞாபகம் இருக்கும். 2ல நம்ம படிச்ச ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செக்ஷன் வந்து 2H. அதுல கான்ட்ராக்ட்னா அது அக்ரிமெண்ட் பிளஸ் என்ஃபோர்சபிலிட்டி. அக்ரிமெண்ட் இஸ் 2E, which is every promise or every set of promises forming consideration for each other. So 2H முடிஞ்சிச்சு, 2E முடிஞ்சிச்சு. Every promise. அப்போ promise படிக்கணும்ல, அதுக்கு எதுக்கு போறோம்? அதுக்கு we are going to section number 2A and 2B. 2A and 2B. See, கொஞ்ச நேரத்துல I'll complete all definitions and make you guys remember. Yes, Akshay, it's 2A and 2B. Let's go to 2A and 2B. 2A and 2B. 2A first பார்த்தலாமா? Offer. 2A first பார்த்தலாமா? Offer. எங்க இருக்கு offer? Where is offer? Yeah, it's here. Offer para. Offer is 2A. Offer is 2A. 2A என்னது offer. அந்த நம்ம ஒரு sheet இருக்குல அதுல எழுதிக்கோ. 2A is offer. Offer is when one person, remember offer ku what example I gave in class? Abhijit proposing to a girl. Remember Abhijit proposing to a girl. When one person, that is our Abhijit, when one person signifies to another, says to another, when one person signifies to another his willingness, he is willing to be her boyfriend, he is willing to be her boyfriend. When one person signifies to another, when one person signifies to another, what will he signify? His willingness to do something or abstain from doing something. To do something or to abstain. Abstain na another? Abstain na another? What do you mean by abstain? To not to do something. Remember I told you that example of Dhanush movie where the brother calls Dhanush in the Mottamadi and tell, take this blank check, leave my sister. Here consideration is being given to Dhanush to not to do something. Don't date my sister. அதுக்கு தான் நான் உனக்கு blank check கொடுக்கிறேன். Consideration is given for not doing something, right? Consideration can be given to do something. Very good Prashika. It can be a positive consideration, positive offer or a negative offer when one person signifies to another his willingness to do something or abstain from doing something. Why am I telling? Why is Abhijit proposing to the other girl? So that she will beat him? No. So that she will accept. Whenever he proposes, what he will think and propose, that girl should accept, right? Whenever you make an offer, you expect, you do it with a view to get the assent. Assent means what guys? Assent na another? Assent of the other person means what? To get the acceptance. Perfect, Kasturi. To get the acceptance, right? When one person signifies to another his willingness to do something or abstain from doing something with the intention to get the assent of the other person, so that the girl accepts Abhijit's proposal. With that intention only Abhijit proposes. So what Abhijit is doing is said to be a proposal or a offer. Is it clear? Is 2A clear? Without seeing, can we repeat? Wherever you are sitting, repeat it. When one person signifies to another, his willingness to do something or abstain from doing something. Why am I signifying? Why is Abhijit telling? With an intent to get the acceptance, with an intent to get the assent of the other person. It is said that Abhijit is making a proposal or an offer which is defined under 2A. Give me a thumbs up if you all understood what this is. Understood? 2A, section 2A understood? Section 2A, is it clear? Which is offer. Section 2A, clear offer. Absolutely clear. Very good. So far we have completed preliminary, which is the section number 1. 2H, which is contract. Contract means agreement which is enforceable by law. 2E means agreement, every promise or every set of promises forming consideration for each other. 2A is a offer. Now we are going to do section 2B. இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம்? 2B, which is nothing but promise or acceptance. It's a very jujupi section. Promise or acceptance. What do you mean by promise or acceptance? When the person to whom the proposal is made. Now Abhijit proposes to Tara. The person to whom the proposal is made signifies his assent. Tara says, yes, I also love you. Tara says, yes. When the person to whom the proposal is made signifies his assent, he gives his assent, he gives his acceptance, then the proposal is said to be accepted. Then the proposal becomes a promise. So this 2B is a common definition for promise and acceptance. Remember, 2B is a common definition for promise and acceptance. Okay, promise and acceptance. When will an offer become a promise? When the other person gives acceptance, right? So for acceptance and promise, it's the same section. When one person, the person to whom the proposal is made, signifies his assent, the proposal becomes a promise. That is 2B. Is 2H, 2E, 2A, 2B, everything clear? Everything clear? All of this should be done for what? In Contract Act, we cover social contracts or commercial. We cover social agreements or commercial agreements. What is covered here? Commercial agreements. Because in commercial agreements, what will be there? There will be 2D, consideration. There will be consideration. What do you mean by consideration? What do you mean by consideration? Something in return for each other. Consideration. Something in return for each other. Quid pro quo. Very good, Sharon. The Latin maxim for that is quid pro quo. Something in return for each other, which is defined under 2D. So 2A, 2B and 2D, 2E. Everything is done. 2H is done. Is that absolutely clear? Is that absolutely clear? All of this clear? All of this clear? If I have to put like a chart, I'll put like this. Contract, like an equation if I have to put. Contract la rendu irukku. Enoda idha draw pannu. Agreement plus enforceability. Agreement moona pirikalam. Agreement la ennala irukum? Offer, acceptance, adukapro consideration. இப்போ இது எல்லாத்துக்கும் செக்ஷன் நம்பர் எழுதிடலாமா? இது சாரி, இது 2H, 2E, 2A, 2B, 2D. 5 sections definition we have completely learned. Are you clear so far? Are you clear so far? Any doubt so far? No? Is it perfect? Absolutely clear? Absolutely clear? Are you getting confidence? Can we go on to the next? Okay, fire. Okay, we'll go on to the next. So we are done with this also. Now tell me, I have to teach you some important concepts, easy concepts. Now I told contract means when an agreement meets enforceability. அப்படினா agreementல என்ன இருக்கணும்? Intention to create a legal obligation இருக்கணும். agreementல என்ன இருக்கணும்? Intention to create a legal obligation இருக்கணும். இப்போ நீனே யோசிச்சு சொல்லு, are social agreements contracts? Are social agreements contracts? No, because there are no intention to create legal obligation. Are commercial agreements contracts? Are commercial agreements contracts? Yes, because in that there is a intention to create legal obligation. So tell me whether this line is correct or wrong. Correct me. All contracts are agreements. All contracts are agreements. But all agreements are not contracts. All contracts are agreements. But all agreements are not contract. Ma'am, it's true, it's correct. All contracts are agreements, but all agreements need not be contract, because social agreement is not a contract, because there is no intention to create a legal obligation. Idla or classic case law andide. You remember the case law? Balfour versus Balfour. In this what happened? In this case law what happened? There was Mr. Balfour and Mrs. Balfour, husband and wife, both were living in England. Okay, then his husband was an engineer. அவனுக்கு வந்து சிலோன் அப்படின்னா ஸ்ரீலங்கால ஏதோ வேலை கிடைச்சிச்சு. So he had to move from England to Sri Lanka, but his wife could not come. ஏன்னா அவங்களுக்கு ஏதோ ஹெல்த் இஷ்யூ இருந்தது. இந்த Balfour என்ன சொன்னா? Balfour told that it's okay wife, you don't come, நீ இங்கே இரு, you take care of your health. நான் மாசம் உனக்கு என்ன அனுப்புறேன்? மெயின்டெனன்ஸ் அனுப்புறேன். நான் அங்க போய் கஷ்டப்பட்டு வேலை செஞ்சு மாசம் உனக்கு என்ன அனுப்புறேன்? மெயின்டெனன்ஸ் அனுப்புறேன். இப்போ இவன் சொன்னா வைஃப் ஆல்சோ told okay என்னால வர முடியாது, எனக்கு ரொம்ப உடம்பு முடியல, you go. Husband alone, Mr. Balfour alone went from England to Ceylon. போய் கொஞ்ச மாசம் பொறுப்பா என்ன பண்ணா? He uploaded போய் கொஞ்ச மாசம் பொறுப்பா what did he do? He paid that amount. He paid that maintenance. But after that, he stopped paying. Wife got angry. She was like, poda courtuku. Case file panna against Mr. Balfour. Wife filed a case against the husband. Court is calling both husband and wife. Vaanga pa rendu peru. Come both of you. What is your problem? Wife is telling, Judge sir, this guy told me he will give maintenance. Okay, and then only I allowed him to go to Ceylon. He's not giving maintenance. He stopped giving. How will I take care of myself? How will I go to the parlor? How will I spend on everything? How will I spend on Swiggy, Zomato? What will I do? Oh my God. Please put him under jail and get my money also back. Judge is telling, listen, Mrs. Balfour, did you have an intention to create legal obligation? நீங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் கான்ட்ராக்ட் என்டர் பண்ணும்போது did you think that tomorrow if Mr. Balfour will not send the amount, I will go to the court? Mrs. Balfour is telling, no, that at all I didn't think. He is my husband. How will I think like that? Then judge is telling, that's what I am also telling Mrs. Balfour, that this is a social agreement. Husband and wife, you will promise 200 things, you will not fulfill that. For that and all, எங்களால பஞ்சாயத்து கூட்டி இதெல்லாம் solve பண்ண முடியாது. This is a social agreement. No intention to create legal obligation. You go to your parents' house and both of you fight. Don't come to the court. Don't come to the court, right? இதெல்லாம் சால்வ் பண்ணது எங்களுக்கு டைம் இல்ல, எங்களுக்கு வேற நிறைய இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஒர்க் இருக்கு. அவன் வந்து என்ன பண்றா, பேங்க்ல இருந்து லோன் வாங்கிட்டு லண்டன் ஓடி போயிடுறா, எங்களுக்கு அதெல்லாம் சால்வ் பண்ணோம். Don't come with all this silly fights. Go from here. Go from here. Classroom students, I even showed you one more example. Remember that Virat example that I showed you? Diamond ring example that I showed you. Diamond ring, he told I'll gift it. Then he did not gift it. Then Anushka, you know how she is. She's like, if you are bad, I am your dad. She went to the court, right? She went to the court, but then court was like, was there an intention to create legal obligation? No. So we are sorry, it's a social agreement. You cannot come to the court. Is that clear? Is that clear? The whole conclusion, last 5 நிமிஷத்துல நம்ம என்ன பேசணும்னா, அதுக்கு ஒரே ஒரு கன்க்ளூஷன் தான். எது வைடு, எது வைடு? அக்ரிமெண்டா கான்ட்ராக்டா? எது பெருசு? அக்ரிமெண்டா கான்ட்ராக்டா? அக்ரிமெண்ட். ஏன்னா அக்ரிமெண்ட்குள்ள சோஷியலும் வரும், கமர்ஷியலும் வரும். ஆனா எதுதான் கான்ட்ராக்டா மாறும்? ஆனா எது கான்ட்ராக்டா மாறும்? அந்த அக்ரிமெண்ட்ல என்ஃபோர்சபிலிட்டி இருந்தா அது கான்ட்ராக்டா மாறும். So which is a wider term? Wider term is agreement because it covers social as well as commercial. Is that clear? மேம் எப்படி மேம் நான் கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது? இன்டென்ஷன் டு கிரியேட் லீகல் ஆப்ளிகேஷன் இருந்ததா இல்லையா நான் எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது? அதுக்கு நீ ஃபேக்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் சர்க்கம்ஸ்டான்சஸ் ஆஃப் தி கேஸ் தான் பார்க்கணும். ஓகே, அந்த ஹஸ்பண்ட் அண்ட் ஒய்ஃப்குள்ள நடந்ததா, அவங்க ஏதாவது அக்ரிமெண்ட் போட்டு வச்சுக்கிட்டாங்களா, இதெல்லாம் நீ ஒவ்வொரு ஃபேக்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் சர்க்கம்ஸ்டான்ஸை பார்த்து தான் நீ டிட்டர்மைன் பண்ணும். யூ டோன்ட் ஹேவ் அ ஹார்ட் அண்ட் ஃபாஸ்ட் ரூல். அதனால நம்மளால இப்படின்னா இது வந்து கமர்ஷியல், சோஷியல், இதுல இன்டென்ஷன் இருந்தது இல்ல, இப்படிலாம் நம்மளால சொல்ல முடியாது. யூ ஹேவ் டு see each and every contract, each and every agreement and then decide. So இது முடிஞ்சிச்சு. அடுத்தது நம்ம பார்க்க போறது இந்த சாப்டரோட most crucial section, which is section number 10. இதை நான் அப்படியே கீழே போட்டுறேன். இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் இதில் ஆட் பண்ணணும் செக்ஷன் நம்பர்ஸ். செக்ஷன் 2 வாய்ட் அக்ரிமெண்ட் அதெல்லாம் படிக்கணும்ல, அது கடைசியாக ஆட் பண்ணிடலாம். இப்போ நம்ம அடுத்து பார்க்க போகுது செக்ஷன் நம்பர் 10. செக்ஷன் நம்பர் 10 என்னது? essentials of a valid contract. Essential of a valid contract. Section number 10, essential of a valid contract. Okay, essentials of a valid contract. இந்த lawல எப்படி எழுதிருக்குனா, what agreements are contracts? When will an agreement become contract? When it fulfills all these conditions. அது என்னெல்லாம் கண்டிஷன் ஒவ்வொன்றா நம்ம பார்க்க போறோம். முதல் condition, there should be 2 parties. The first condition is what? There should be 2 parties in a contract. There must be 2 parties. With one person, can you contract between yourself? Can you contract with yourself? No, I cannot contract with myself. If I contract with myself, I will be known as a mad. இதுக்கு ஒரு case law இருக்கு, இதுக்கு ஒரு classic case law இருக்கு. நான் கிளாஸ்ல சொன்னேன், I'll tell it to you after we do partnership, right? So today I will tell that to you. Right? So first one is to enter into a contract. Mental. Yeah. You will call them a mental. If one person is telling, hey, do you want to buy my house? Yeah, I'll buy my house. இந்த மாதிரி ஆளை நீ என்ன சொல்வ? மென்டல்னு சொல்வ. கரெக்டா? Absolutely right. Just give me a moment. I will adjust the camera a little bit. Just give me one moment. Yeah, perfect. Okay, now look at this. Yes. For entering into a contract, there must be at least 2 parties. இதுக்கு ஒரு கிளாசிக் கேஸ் லா இருக்கு. அந்த கேஸ் லா மட்டும் கேட்டுக்கோ. அந்த கேஸ் லா பேரு ஸ்டேட் ஆஃப் குஜராத் வர்சஸ் ரமன்லால் அண்ட் கம்பெனி. இந்த கேஸ் லா நான் உனக்கு சொல்றேன், நீனே லாஜிக்கலா எனக்கு சொல்லு. இப்போ நீ பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் வந்து அக்கவுண்ட்ஸ்லயும் படிச்சிருக்க, லாலையும் படிச்சிருக்க, லாஜிக்கலா நீனே யோசிச்சு சொல்லு. இப்போ ஒரு ரமன்லால் அண்ட் கம்பெனின்னு ஒரு பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்ம் இருந்தது. அதுல 2 பார்ட்னர்ஸ் இருந்தாங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோ. அந்த ரெண்டு பார்ட்னர்ஸுமே கொஞ்ச நாள் பிசினஸ் பண்றாங்க, அதுக்கப்புறம் பிசினஸ் நல்லா போல, so they decide to close down the business. இப்போ பிசினஸ் க்ளோஸ் பண்ணும்போது கண்டிப்பா அந்த பர்டிகுலர் பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்ம்ல நிறைய அசெட் இருக்கும்ல. இப்போ வந்து கம்ப்யூட்டர் இருக்கும், ஏசி இருக்கும், இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய அசெட் இருக்கும். அந்த ரெண்டு பார்ட்னர்ஸும் என்ன டிசைட் பண்றாங்க அவங்களுக்குள்ளேனா, சில அசெட்டை நீ எடுத்துக்கோ, சில அசெட்டை நான் எடுத்துக்கிறேன். இப்போ ஏசி நான் எடுத்துக்கிறேன், கம்ப்யூட்டர் நீ எடுத்துக்கோ. அந்த மாதிரி நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம், அந்த அசெட்ஸை பிரிச்சு பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்ம் டிசால்வ் ஆகும் போது, க்ளோஸ் ஆகும் போது அந்த அசெட்ஸை பிரிச்சுட்டு என்ன பண்ணிட்டோம், எடுத்துட்டு போயிட்டோம். பிரிச்சுட்டு என்ன பண்ணிட்டோம், எடுத்துட்டு போயிட்டோம். இப்போ பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்ம் டிசால்வ் ஆயிடுச்சு. ஒரு 5-6 மாசம் கழிச்சு நம்மளுக்கு வந்து சேல்ஸ் டாக்ஸ் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல இருந்து, அப்பெல்லாம் சேல்ஸ் டாக்ஸ் இருந்தது, சேல்ஸ் டாக்ஸ் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல இருந்து ஒரு நோட்டீஸ் வருது. என்னடா நோட்டீஸ் அப்படின்னு ஓபன் பண்ணி அந்த ரெண்டு பார்ட்னரும் படிக்கிறாங்க. அதுல என்ன எழுதியிருக்குன்னா, நீங்க வந்து ஃபர்மோட அசெட்ஸை வாங்கியிருக்கீங்க, ஃபர்ம் வந்து அதோட அசெட்ஸை உங்களுக்கு வித்திருக்கு. அப்போ நீங்க என்ன பே பண்ணும், டாக்ஸ் பே பண்ணும். நீங்க ஏன் பே பண்ணல, நீங்க டாக்ஸ் பே பண்ணாதனால இப்போ டாக்ஸ் பெனால்டி எல்லாமே சேர்த்து நீங்க இவ்வளோ பே பண்ணும் அப்படின்னு வந்திருக்கு. அவங்க ரெண்டு பேருக்கும் அதை படிச்சு ஒரே ஷாக்கு. என்னத்தை நம்ம சேல் பண்ணோம் அப்படிங்கறத அவங்க இன்னும் டீட்டெயிலா படிச்சா, அந்த சேல்ஸ் டாக்ஸ் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் என்ன சொல்றானா, இவங்க டிசல்யூஷன் ஆகும் போது அசெட்ஸ் எல்லாம் பிரிச்சுக்கிட்டாங்கல்ல, தட் இஸ் நீ ஏசி எடுத்துக்கோ, நான் கம்ப்யூட்டர் எடுத்துக்கிறேன். இந்த பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஃபார்ம்ல இருந்து இந்த அசெட்டை பிரிச்சு எடுத்துட்டு போனாங்களே, அது ஒரு சேலாம். அந்த சேலுக்கு சேல்ஸ் டாக்ஸ் பே பண்ணுமா? இப்போ நீனே லாஜிக்கலா யோசிச்சு சொல்லு, இஸ் திஸ் வேலிட் ஆர் இஸ் திஸ் நாட் வேலிட்? இஸ் திஸ் வேலிட் ஆர் இஸ் திஸ் நாட் வேலிட்? Valid or not valid? Ma'am, it is bullshit, ma'am. How it is valid, ma'am? Ma'am, in partnership we have studied, there is no concept of separate legal entity. The partner and the firm. The partner and the firm both are the same. The partner and the firm both are the same. அப்போ நீனே சொல்லு, பார்ட்னரும் ஃபார்மும் ஒரே ஆள். இட்ஸ் நாட் டூ டிஃபரெண்ட் பீப்புள். ஏன்னா பார்ட்னர்ஷிப்ல செப்பரேட் லீகல் என்டிட்டி கான்செப்ட் கிடையாது. ஸோ பார்ட்னர் அண்ட் த ஃபார்ம் ஆர் த சேம் பீப்புள். நீ சொல்லு, என் பொருளை நானே எடுத்துக்கிட்டேன், இஸ் தட் அ சேல்? Now what that Ramanlal and company or partners are telling, hey sales tax department, are you mad? ஒரு contract of sale நீ சொல்றல, சேலுக்கு எத்தனை பேர் தேவை? 2 பேர் தேவை. Contract of sale is also a special type of contractல. சோகாலி என்ன அப்ளை ஆகும்? கான்ட்ராக்ட் ஆக்டோட எல்லா ரூல்ஸுமே சோகாலி அப்ளை ஆகும். அதான் நம்ம சோகாவோட எத்தனாவது செக்ஷன்ல படிச்சிருக்கோம், இன்னைக்கு தான் படிச்சுட்டு வந்தேன். எத்தனாவது செக்ஷன்ல எழுதியிருக்கு சோகாலியும் கான்ட்ராக்ட் ஆக்ட் அப்ளை ஆகணும்? எத்தனாவது செக்ஷன்ல எழுதியிருக்கு? செக்ஷன் நம்பர் 3ல கிளியரா எழுதியிருக்கு, சோகாலி என்ன ஆகும், கான்ட்ராக்ட் ஆக்ட் அப்ளை ஆகும். அப்போ அந்த ரமன்லால் அண்ட் கம்பெனில இருக்க பார்ட்னர்ஸ் என்ன கேக்குறாங்கன்னா, ஹே சேல்ஸ் டாக்ஸ் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட், நீ சேல்னு சொல்றல, ரெண்டு பார்ட்டி எங்க இருக்காங்க காட்டு. Sale is a contract. Sale is a special contract. In contract there should be 2 parties. That is one of the essential as per section number 10. ரெண்டு பார்ட்டி எங்க இருக்காங்க, நீனே காட்டுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு they are telling, sales tax department is telling, அதெல்லாம் எங்களுக்கு தெரியாது. Then court told, what Ramanal and company is telling is correct. Government of India, that is the sales tax department, you are wrong. பார்ட்னர்ஷிப்ல செப்பரேட் லீகல் என்டிட்டியே கிடையாது. பார்ட்னர்ஷிப்பும் பார்ட்னர்ஸும் ஒரே ஆள் தான். அவங்க கூட்ஸ் அவங்களே எடுத்துட்டு போய்க்கிறாங்க. You cannot call it a sale and cannot ask them to pay sales tax. Is that absolutely clear? I told you will get clarity of this after doing partnership. Now it is clear. Absolutely clear. So to enter into a contract of sale, how many people you need? You need 2 people. You need 2 people. So first one is done. Second one is very simple, intention to create legal obligation, which is nothing but enforceability should be there. Adhika Balfour versus Balfour also I have taught you. Balfour versus Balfour also I have taught you. Next is third point is possibility of performance. There must be a possibility of performance. Possibility of performance na enadapa? Abdina, if somebody is telling, give me 10 lakhs, I will make a dead person alive. Is it possible to perform? No. நீ லூஸ் மாதிரி போய் அந்த கான்ட்ராக்ட்ல என்டர் பண்ணினா, don't come to the court, we will not protect you. Because இத பார்த்தாலே தெரியுது, there is no possibility of performance. You have to use your common sense, right? So there is no possibility of performance. In every valid contract, there should be a possibility of performance. Next is certainty of meaning. Clearly the terms and conditions of contract should be there. I cannot call Sriram and tell, hey Sriram, எனக்கு ஒரு வீடு இருக்கு வாங்கிக்கிறியாடா அப்படின்லாம் சொல்லலாம். இட்ஸ் நாட் அ கான்ட்ராக்ட். எந்த வீடு எந்த தெருவுல இருக்கு, எந்த வீடு எந்த தெருவுல இருக்கு, எக்ஸாக்ட்லி. யூ ரிமெம்பர் தட் ஆயில் எக்ஸாம்பிள், ஆயில் ஜோக் தட் இஸ் தேர் ஆஃப் வடிவேல். do you know that? என்ன so it'll be like நல்ல என்ன அந்த மாதிரி. do you know that example, right? it should be very clear. Enna venu, like that he tells, right? So it should be very clear what you want. I cannot just call Shriram and tell, hey, என்னோட வீடு ஒன்று இருக்கு வாங்கிக்கிறியா 4 கோடிக்கு விற்க போறேன். எந்த வீடு, எந்த ஏரியால இருக்கு, எவ்வளோ ஸ்கொயர் ஃபீட், அபார்ட்மெண்ட்டா, இண்டிவிஜுவல் ஹவுஸா, ஓகே, எவ்வளோ வருஷம் ஆயிடுச்சு, மெயின்டெனன்ஸ் பண்ணுமா, all this should be clear. Your contract cannot be vague. It should be certain, definite and not vague. Certain, definite and not vague. Okay, Shriram வாங்கிக்கிறியா, okay, 4 crore rupees மட்டும் பேங்க் அக்கவுண்ட்ல அனுப்பிச்சிடு. Okay, my phone number is only my GPay number. Okay, then can we go to the next one? Can we go to the next one? Is the first 4 points clear? First point was what, guys? First point was there should be 2 parties. T, I for intention to create legal obligation. P, possibility of performance. C is for what? Certainty of meaning. And O, other formalities. Clearly we told negotiable instrument contract should be stamped. There should be revenue stamp. நீ revenue stamp அடிக்கலனா அந்த negotiable instrument என்ன கிடையாது, valid கிடையாது. ஏன்னா promissory note definitionல clear-ஆ எழுதி இருக்கு. It's an unconditional undertaking where one person promises to pay the other a certain sum of money only. Okay, for a certain sum of money only, and it should be properly stamped. So if it is not stamped, it is not a legal negotiable instrument. So if there's some other formality like insurance na adu epovume writing la da irukano. If it is a immovable property, it should always be in a stamp paper. In the mari other formalities edho irukna, that formality should be fulfilled. You cannot tell contract act told oral avu irukla, written avu irukla. No, other law clearly told, negotiable instrument act clearly told, bills of exchange, promissory note should be stamped. It should be stamped. Specific will always override the general. Is that clear? 5 points clear. And the mnemonic for this was TIPCO, right? TIPCO is what? TIPCO stands for what? TIPCO stands for what? T stands for 2 parties. I stands for intention to create legal obligation. P stands for possibility of performance. And C stands for what, guys? C stands for what? I forgot. What is C standing for? C stands for C. Certainty of meaning. And O stands for other formalities. Is it absolutely clear? Can we go on to the next? இப்போ வரைக்கும் நம்ம படிச்ச sections எல்லாம் ஒரு quick-ஆ, we're not going to go fully, but quick-ஆ ஒரு glance பார்த்துடலாம். We started off with section number 1, which was preliminary. 2H is contract, 2E is agreement, 2A is offer, 2B is promise and acceptance, 2D is consideration. Then we moved on. அப்படியே சரிக்கு கீழே எந்த செக்ஷனுக்கு போனோம்? Section number 10, which talks about essentials of a valid contract, which is also known as what agreements are contracts. Agreements which have 2 parties, agreements which has intention to create legal obligation, agreement which has possibility of performance, agreements which are certain, definite and not vague, agreements in which all other formalities are fulfilled, they will become a contract. Is that clear? So far so good. Is that clear? And in that we have studied two case laws so far. 2 case laws. Their name also, if you want, we will write. We have studied Balfour versus Balfour. And in the 2 parties we studied Government of India. State of Gujarat. State of Gujarat. I'm sorry, guys. பசி காரணங்களால் சிலது மூளை குழம்பி விட்டது. State of Gujarat versus Raman Lal and Company. Is that clear? Absolutely clear. Okay, done. இப்போ 6th one மட்டும் பார்த்தலாம். 6th one ரொம்ப ஈஸி, 1 செகண்ட்ல முடிஞ்சிடும். They are telling there should be offer plus acceptance. அதெல்லாம் எனக்கு தெரியும், ஃபர்ஸ்டே தெரியும், அதான் நாங்க படிச்சிட்டே வந்திருக்கோம். Offer is what? Offer is 2A and acceptance is 2B. எங்களுக்கு தெரியும் offer plus acceptance இருந்தா it will become a agreement. It is important for a contract. What is important? Agreement. எங்களுக்கு தெரியும், கலம்பு காத்து வரட்டும். அடுத்தது section number 7. Section number 7 is what? Consideration. எங்களுக்கு தெரியும், there should be something in return for each other, quid pro quo, which is defined under 2D. அதுக்கப்புறம் பாரு 8th one lawful consideration, lawful objective. Consideration இருந்தா மட்டும் போதாது, it should also be lawful. Abhijit is calling me and telling, ma'am எனக்கு ஒரு iPhone கொடுங்க, அதுக்கு பதிலா நான் உங்களுக்கு என்ன கொடுக்கிறேன்? I'll give you mal. I'll be like, mal da என்னடா காசா? It's like, no ma'am, that is nothing but you have to put it in a table, roll something and then you sniff it, ma'am. That I'll give you. Worth rupees 2 lakhs I'll give you. Give your iPhone. I was like, get lost, keep the phone. Here the consideration is unlawful. Here the consideration is unlawful, right? Because what he's telling me, he will give me what? Cocaine. Now, cocaine is not a legal consideration. Is that absolutely clear? Is that absolutely clear? Absolutely clear. Your consideration and objective should be lawful. Now, let's say I and Abhijit, that girlfriend, Tara broke up with Abhijit. I and Abhijit are telling Abhijit, enkita vanda alra. So I was like, don't worry da. I know one person. Tara va potu thalila, avala close pannilama. Abhijit is telling, yes ma'am. We both go to a gangster. We take 10 lakh, kill that girl. Now here, what happens? Our objective itself is unlawful. To kill somebody is not allowed. Our objective itself is unlawful. This guy will also go to jail. Even love kadenala, I will also go to the jail because our objective is unlawful. Is it clear? You should have a lawful objective and a lawful consideration. And from here, section numbers you have to start remembering, guys. You have to go back. Section numbers you have to start remembering. 2 sections here I'll teach you. Whoever enters into a contract should have capacity to enter into a contract. அதுதான் நம்ம ஷார்ட்டா என்ன சொல்வாங்க அப்படின்னா competent parties. Section 11 says whoever enters into a contract should be competent parties. Section 11 says whoever enters into a contract should be competent parties. Competent parties is section 11. Yaar competent? Adukku 3 conditions. Section 11 la enna solranga? Yaar competent? Adukku 3 condition fulfill pannu. You should be of age of majority, sound mind, not disqualified by law. Age of majority, sound mind, not disqualified by law. Okay, repeat it. Section 11 says what? To enter into a contract, you must be competent. Who is competent? Age of majority, sound mind, not disqualified by law. Age of majority, remember carefully, is defined in section 3. Section 3 of which act, you know? Of Indian Majority Act. This is over and above your syllabus, but if you want to remember, age of majority is 18 and 18 plus la. இது எங்க சொல்லிருக்காங்க? 18 க்கு மேல இருந்தா 18 or 18 க்கு மேல இருந்தா you can enter into a contract. அதுதான் age of majority. அப்படினு எதுல சொல்லிருக்காங்க? Section 3 of the Indian Majorities Act ல சொல்லிருக்காங்க. Section 3 of the Indian Majorities Act ல சொல்லிருக்காங்க. Is it important to mention? No, it is not important to mention. Age of majority, Section 3 of Indian Majorities Act, not that important. ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிட்டீனா great, otherwise also it is okay. Is it clear? But you have to remember section 11, which is capacity to enter into a contract. Who has capacity to enter into a contract? For that you should have the age of majority, sound mind, and not disqualified by law. Age of majority is when you are 18, attained 18 or plus 18 or more than 18. That is given in section 3 of the Indian Majorities Act. And sound mind, you should be of sound mind. That means you should be able to understand the terms and conditions. You should be sane, not insane. You should be sane in your senses. Sound mind is defined in section 12. Sound mind is defined in section 12. Is that clear? You should be of the age of majority. Majority is 18 and 18 plus. எதுல கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? Section 3 of the Indian Majorities Act. Okay? And sound mind, அப்படினா you should be able to understand the contract, terms and conditions of the contract. இது எதுல கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? This has been given under section 12 of the Indian Contract Act. And you should be not disqualified by law. Who and all are disqualified by law? I will teach you in detail in unit 3, but insolvent, convict, ivangala they are disqualified by law. Which act? Section 12 is Indian Contract Act. I will write these 2 sections above also. Wait. Section 10 munjicha. Section 12, what they are telling? To enter into a contract, you should be Section 12, I'm sorry. Section 11, what they are telling? To enter into a contract, you should be what? Competent parties. Who are competent parties? Section 3. Who are of the age of majority. Ana idla bracket la eludiko. Section 3 of what? Indian Majority. Sorry guys. Indian Majority Act. And Section 12 says you should be what? Sound mind. புரிஞ்சிச்சாப்பா? Are you able to even remember the section? Section 11 is competent party. Competent la moonu varum. Age of majority, sound mind, not disqualified by law. Not disqualified by law in detail unit 3 la நம்ம discuss பண்ணிருக்கோம். Insolvency, alien enemy இதெல்லாம் unit 3 ல discuss பண்ணுவோம். unit 1 ல என்ன இருக்கு அப்படினா sorry unit 1 ல என்ன இருக்குனா competent parties க்கு கீழ age of majority which is 18 or 18 plus which is given in section 3 of the Indian Majorities Act, and then we have sound mind which is section number 12. Superb. Are we clear with this? Are we cleared with this? Now here is the major section after this. Here is the major section after this. Tell me if you're clear with this. You know 5 minutes நீ கூட இந்த whole part நான் முடிச்சிடு. அவ்வளவுதான், இதோட முடிஞ்சிச்சு. இதுக்கப்புறம் ஈஸி தான். டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் கான்ட்ராக்ட், இதுக்கப்புறம் டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் கான்ட்ராக்ட், இது ஒரு 10 நிமிஷம் தான். We'll finish this and then take a breather. Next it's telling what? That your consent should be free. For a contract to be valid, your consent should be free. Consent ஓட Latin maxim என்னது? Consent ஓட Latin maxim is consensus ad idem. Consent ஓட Latin maxim என்னது? Consensus ad idem. Consensus ad idem na என்னது? Two people agreeing to the same thing in the same sense. Two people agreeing to the same thing in the same sense. அப்படினா let's say என்கிட்ட ரெண்டு கார் இருக்கு. கிளாசிக் எக்ஸாம்பிள் கிளாஸ்லயே சொன்னேன். ரெண்டு கார் இருக்கு. ஒரு ஹோண்டா சிட்டி இருக்கு, ஒரு இனோவா இருக்கு. ஒரு ஹோண்டா சிட்டி இருக்கு, ஒரு இனோவா இருக்கு. நான் ஸ்ரீராம் கிட்ட சொல்றேன், ஸ்ரீராம், do you want to buy my car? I am willing to sell it for 4 lakhs. I am talking about selling the Honda City. Shriram is thinking, Innova car 4 லட்சத்துக்கு விக்கறாங்களா? இவங்களுக்கு சுத்தமா மண்டையில மசாலாவே இல்ல போலே. Shriram is telling, yeah ma'am, I will definitely buy ma'am. 4 lakh tomorrow itself I'll pay and buy. Now here we both are talking about buying and selling of cars தான். நானும் என் காரை விக்கிறத பத்தி தான் பேசுறேன், அவனும் வாங்குறத பத்தி தான் பேசுறான். ஆனா நான் ஹோண்டா சிட்டி காரை விக்கிறத பத்தி பேசுறேன், அவன் இனோவா காரை வாங்குறத பத்தி பேசுறான். So here two people are agreeing to the same thing but not in the same sense. So is there consent? The answer is no. There is no consent because two people are agreeing to the same thing. Two people are not agreeing to the same thing in the same sense. Is consent clear? Consent means two people agreeing to the same thing in the same sense. That is consent. Consent or a section is 30. Consent is section 30. Consent is section number 30. Is consent clear? But நம்மளுக்கு consent இருந்தா மட்டும் போதாது. நம்மளுக்கு என்ன வேணும்? We want a free consent. Consent மட்டும் இருந்தா it's not sufficient for us. We want a free consent. Free consent is section 40. Consent is 13. Two people agreeing to the same thing in the same sense. That is section 13. But consent is not sufficient. We need free consent. That is section 14. Free consent is when consent is not obtained by coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation, mistake. We tell consent is free. What do you mean by coercion? We learn in detail in unit number 3, but coercion means putting physical pressure. I'm putting this Rahul under gunpoint and telling him, hey, my gun is also missing. Yes, you remember that one thing I bought? The missing that is inside, okay? Remember that classic thing I bought? Yeah. So that gun, let's say I put Rahul under gunpoint and I'm telling you, hey listen, transfer this particular house in my name, otherwise I'll press the trigger. Now what he is doing? He is transferring the house in my name. But our consent enna illa? Free illa. So this is a case of coercion. Undue influence, putting moral pressure, emotional pressure. Now let's say Mr. A has a very old parents. Mr. A is telling, hey listen dad, only if you transfer your property in my name, I'll take care of you. Otherwise, if you want me to take care of you, transfer all your property in my name. Here you're putting a moral pressure that is called undue influence. Fraud. You're doing something with the intention to cheat. Let's say Abhijit or a necklace. Necklace. He's wanting to sell a necklace. Okay. Or for example, take Take this. Siddharth is dealing in this phone. In the phone வந்து first copy of iPhone. First copy of iPhone. எனக்கு விக்கிறான். மேம் இதை பாருங்க மேம், சூப்பரா இருக்கு, லேட்டஸ்ட் மாடல், இன்னும் இந்தியால லான்ச் ஆகல, துபாயில தான் லான்ச் ஆயிருக்கு, உங்களுக்காக நான் இதை எடுத்துட்டு வந்தேன் மேம், நியூ வெர்ஷன் ஆஃப் ஐபோன். நானும் இதை பார்த்துட்டு சித்தார்த் இது புது மாடலா அப்படின்னு கேட்கிறேன். மேம் லேட்டஸ்ட் மாடல், நேத்து தான் யூஎஸ்ல இருந்து இறங்கிச்சு, இன்னும் துபாயிலையும் யூஎஸ்ல மட்டும் தான் லான்ச் ஆயிருக்கு, இந்தியால இதை மட்டும் நீங்க வாங்கிட்டு போனீங்கன்னா அடுத்த அம்பானியே நீங்க தானே எல்லாரும் சொல்வாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு எப்படியோ பிரெயின் வாஷ் பண்ணி இந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் காப்பி போனை என் தலையில கட்டிட்டான். Now here whatever Shriram told, மேம் இது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் காப்பி போனு, சாரி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் காப்பி போன்னு சொல்ல, இது ஒரிஜினல் போனு, யூஎஸ்ல இருந்து நேத்து தான் இறங்கி இருக்கு, இதெல்லாம் இவன் சொன்னது. It made all these statements with an intention to cheat me. Whenever intention to cheat தான் லால சீட்னு சொன்னா அது ஒரே சீப்பா இருக்கும், அதனால சீட்டுக்கு பதிலா என்னன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, deceive. When there's an intention to deceive na cheat. When there's an intention to cheat, it is fraud. When there's no intention to cheat, யார்கிட்ட சித்தார்த் இதை வாங்கினானோ சித்தார்த்துக்கும் அவன் என்ன சொல்லி தான் வித்திருக்கான், இது ஒரிஜினல் போன் பா அப்படின்னு சித்தார்த்துக்கே அவன் அதை சொல்லி வித்தா, அவன் அதை நம்பி எனக்கு விற்கிறான். மேம் நான் இதோட டீலர் கிட்ட இருந்து வாங்கினேன், அவர் ரொம்ப நாளா இந்த பிசினஸ்ல இருக்காரு, he told this is the original phone ma'am, take it, you are the first one in India to have this version. Now here did Siddharth make a false statement? Yes, because this is not original, this is a first copy phone. But here, was Siddharth's intention to cheat or not to cheat? Not to cheat. Then it will become what? If intention was not to cheat, then it will become what? It will become misrepresentation and not fraud. Then it will become misrepresentation and not fraud. Is that clear, guys? Is that absolutely clear? Is that absolutely clear? Ipo section numbers paathalama. Section numbers paathalama. 12 வரைக்கும் பண்ணோம்ல. செக்ஷன் 13 என்னது சொல்லு? கன்சென்ட். செக்ஷன் 13 என்னது? கன்சென்ட். ஆனா கன்சென்ட் மட்டும் இருந்தா போதாது, நமக்கு என்ன தேவை? ஃப்ரீ கன்சென்ட். அது என்னது? செக்ஷன் 14 ஃப்ரீ கன்சென்ட். அடுத்தது, when is consent said to be free? When it is not obtained by coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation. இதுக்கு என்னலாம் மேம் செக்ஷன்? இங்க பாரு, coercion is section number 15, undue influence is section number 16, undue influence is section number 16, fraud is section number 17, misrepresentation is section number 18. Are you able to remember all the sections? Are you able to? Oh, the takkan paru, take a photo of this, take a photo, not in phone, take a photo in your memory, see all this, see all this. What about mistake? Mistake மூணு செக்ஷன் இருக்கு, அதனால தான் இப்போ நடத்தல. Mistake is 20, 21, 22. இப்போதைக்கு வேணா just remember mistake is 20, 21, 22. ஏன்னா மிஸ்டேக்ல வந்து யூனிலேட்ரல் மிஸ்டேக், பைலேட்ரல் மிஸ்டேக்னு இருக்குல்ல, ஸோ இப்போதைக்கு ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோ 20, 21, 22. 18க்கு அப்புறம் அப்படியே ஒரு இது ஸ்கிப் பண்ணணும். 20, 21, 22 is mistake. பட் அதுக்குள்ள பைலேட்ரல் யூனிலேட்ரல்னு இருக்கு. I'll teach you in tomorrow's session when we do unit 3. இது புரிஞ்சிச்சாப்பா? இது புரிஞ்சிச்சா? Took a screenshot. Can we quickly revise? Can we quickly revise? Can you quickly revise? I think we have completed all essentials, no? Last essential is there. 11th essential we complete, then we will do a section revision. Last essential also we will study in detail in unit number 3. Last essential எதை பத்தி பேசுது? Last essential says that the contract should not be expressly declared as void. The contract should not be expressly declared as void. Two types of contract are expressly declared as void. அது என்னது? Restraint of marriage, restraint of trade. Restraint of marriage, restraint of trade. Is that clear? Is that clear? Samsung நீ என்ன எழுதுனதா ஆனா எனக்கு புரியல, அது அர்த்தம் என்னன்னு எனக்கு புரியல. It's a good way or bad way, I didn't understand. Okay, then anyways, is that clear people? Is that clear? What Rahul, what do you want me to repeat? कौन सा repeat करना है? 11th means what kind of contracts are not expressly declared as void. That means if you enter into a contract of restraint of marriage, if Rahul is going and entering into a contract with Anjali, Rahul, you're going and entering into a contract with Anjali, saying Anjali, you are never supposed to get married. Okay, you're never supposed to get married. अगर तू मेरी नहीं हो सकती तो किसी और की नहीं होगी. If you're not mine, you'll not be anybody else. Rahul is going and entering into a contract with Anjali, right? Cops are on the way. Yeah. So now let's say Anjali signs it. Rahul gives 5 crore rupees to Anjali, says that have it, don't marry anybody. Now next day Next day he's opening Insta and seeing. Anjali puts, destination wedding with my hubby. Chilling in Bali with my hubby. She married somebody else with that 5 crore rupees which this guy gave. Rahul gave Anjali 5 crore rupees telling never get married. But Anjali took the 5 crores and got married. Can Rahul do anything? Can he go to the court and told, hey, listen, judge, I gave her 5 lakh rupees. We entered into a contract. See, I have it in writing. She told, I will not marry anybody, but she got married. Now she's posting Insta stories and all. With my hubby in Bali, one and only love, 5 days of togetherness. Like that, she's continuously putting stories. What will I do? Judge will tell, Rahul, you are mad. Didn't you study law? Didn't you go to DEEPIKA ma'am's class? Are you mad or what? Were you sleeping? Did you go for only dance practice? They will tell, what, Rahul, what did you do? It is very clearly given in the 11th point of essential saying, you cannot enter into a contract of restraint of marriage. You cannot restrict anybody from getting marriage. You cannot restrict anybody from doing a trade. That is business profession. You cannot restrict anybody. Is that absolutely clear? That completes our part 1 of this chapter. We'll quickly for just 2 seconds revise the whole section so that we are absolutely clear. Section number 1, yadapati pesudhu? Preliminary. True let 2H is what we started with. Contract. Contractor enda pirikla. Agreement and enforceability. Agreement is 2E. Agreement thirumbi 3 pirikla. Offer, acceptance, consideration. Offer is 2A. Acceptance is 2B. Consideration is 2B. Then we come to section number 10. Essentials of a valid contract, or in Bare Act it is written, what agreements are contract. What agreements are contracts. Agreements which fulfill all the 11 conditions, those will become contracts. Okay. So that is section 10. Section 11 is competent party. Section 12 is sound mind. Section 3 of the Indian Majority Act says a person becomes major when he crosses the age of, when he is 18 or he is 18 plus. Section number 3 done. Section number 12 done. Section number 13 talks about consent. 14 talks about free consent. 15 is coercion. 16 undue influence. 17 fraud. 18 misrepresentation. Skip 18. Sorry, 18 is misrepresentation, and skip 19. Go to 20, 21, 22, which is mistake. Is that absolutely clear, guys? All the sections absolutely clear. Are you able to remember? So let's continue with the next topic, which is types of contract. Types of contract, like there's valid contract, void contract, and void agreement. Valid contract na onnu illa. Valid contract is nothing but any contract that fulfills all the 11 essentials. Any contract that fulfills all the 11 essentials. There are 2 parties, lawful consideration, lawful objective, competent to enter into a contract, not expressly declared as void. Any contract that fulfills all these 11 conditions is a valid contract. There's no section number that tells the valid contract. You should be an agreement enforceable by law as per 2H, plus you should fulfill all the conditions of section 10. You become a valid contract. So valid contract is nothing but any contract that fulfills all these 11 conditions. Nothing much is there, so we will leave that. We will come to void agreement, void contract. Void agreement, void contract. That is important. Void agreement is 2G, and AGOG, like that. Okay. And void contract is 2J. Void contract is 2J. GJ. Okay. GJ. Okay. Void agreement is 2G. Void contract is 2J. Void agreement na enna, adukku Latin maxim irukku. Void ab initio. What is the Latin maxim? Void ab initio means it is void from the very beginning. Means it is void from the very beginning. It is void from the very beginning. What do you mean by that? Void from the very beginning means, let's say you entered into a contract with a minor. Oh my God, oh shit, you entered into a contract with a minor. A minor is not competent to enter into a contract. He is not of the age of majority. This agreement, it's not even a contract, I'm sorry. This agreement is void from the very beginning. This agreement is void from a very beginning. Are you able to understand? Are you able to understand? Les, you have to remember the Latin maxim. Void ab initio. Void ab initio. Is that clear? Is that clear? Void ab initio means what? It is void from the very beginning. Like entering into a contract with a minor. It is a void ab initio. It's a void agreement, void from the very beginning, which is section 2 clause G, void from the very beginning. Very good. But void contract is not like that. Void agreement are void from the very beginning. Void contract is 2J, which says it was initially valid. Later on it becomes void. Initially valid. Later on it becomes void. Ma'am, example. Void contract example. A contract ceases to be enforceable by law. Ceases means what? It stops to be enforceable. You cannot go and enforce it under law. It ceases to be enforceable by law, becomes void when it ceases to be enforceable. Right? Ma'am, what do you mean by this? Ma'am, what do you mean by this? Let's suppose, ma'am, what do you mean by this? Let's suppose, just a second, I'll be back. Sorry. Cops came up. Okay, come back. Okay, so here, void contract means what? Void contracts means a contract which ceases to be enforceable by law becomes void when it ceases to be enforceable. Repeat along with me. A contract which ceases to be abdina, it stops to be enforceable by law. Abdina, you cannot no more go to the court. Ma'am, give an example. We didn't understand any of this. Give an example. Example is, let's say I have a Honda City car. Harini comes to me and tells that she wants to buy the car. I told Harini, okay, pakka, you give me one advance. Okay, I'll sell it to you for 10 lakhs, but now give me a advance. She pays 2 lakhs. She blocked it, but she told, ma'am, I'm going on a trip with my girlfriends. What I'll do is, once I come back, I will buy it. I told Harini, okay, pakka, don't worry, in a parking lot la da nikkudu, varumbodhu nee vaangiko, prachana illa, oru varam kalichi trip ku vandadukku appuram meedi 8 lakh rupees koduthu vaangiko. Now what happens is, by the time Harini's flight takes off, flood comes in Chennai. You know how doing flood, how Chennai will become like a mini swimming pool. My car also adichified, and the flood la adichi and car poiduchi. Enga pochin theriyala. Harini is coming after 1 week asking, ma'am, where is the car? I was like, boss, I am also searching for that only. Where is the car? It went away. It got washed away in the flood. Here, the contract becomes void. Contract becomes void because it ceases to be enforceable. Why? Because the subject matter, very good, Neeraja, the subject matter, car itself is not there. So the subject matter, car itself is not there. A contract which ceases to be enforceable by law. Previously it was a valid contract only, but now it ceases to be enforceable by law, becomes void when it ceases to be enforceable, right? And void contract is 2J. Void contract is 2J. Void agreement is 2G. Can we go and add there? Can we go and add to our list? Section 2G is void agreement. Section 2J is void contract. Contract. Is that clear, people? Is that clear? Absolutely clear? Yeah. So void, valid contract done, and a valid contract definition ne edume kadayadu. You have to fulfill 2H. Okay, you have to fulfill 2H plus section 10, then it becomes a valid contract. Void contract is what? 2J. Void agreement is 2G. And the last we are reading. Last for the day. Idhukku mela thangadu. Yes, last for the day. 2I. That is section number 2I. Adu munjichu baru. Idhukku mela eludho mudiyadhu. Munjichu. 2I is voidable. Voidable contract. What do you mean by a voidable contract? A voidable contract is a contract, very good Akshaya, which is able to become void at the option of the aggrieved party. Able to become void at the option of the aggrieved party. Who is the aggrieved party? If the contract was obtained by coercion, then on whom coercion was exercised, he becomes the aggrieved party. If he thinks he can go to the court and make the contract void. It's a voidable contract. That is, it's able to become void, but at the option of the aggrieved party. Agreements which are enforceable by law at the option of one, but not at the option of other. at the option of one but not at the option of other. அப்படினா that void contract, the contract which was entered by coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation, mistake, it will remain valid till aggrieved party goes to the court. The moment agreed party goes to the court and tells ஏன் consent free இல்ல, valid என்னவா மாறிடும்? Void. Is it clear? Valid என்னவா மாறிடும்? Void. Is it absolutely clear? Absolutely clear? Valid என்னவா மாறிடும்? Void. Will become void. Right? So that is voidable. So we have completed valid, void agreement, void contract, and voidable, which is 2I. Right? And the last two are illegal agreements, which means on the agreements are banned. Let's say you're not supposed to do it. Dealing in cocaine and all. You're not supposed to do it. Selling drugs, yes. Illegal and unenforceable. Unenforceable. There's some technical defect. Unenforceable. Checkler, for example, sign is missing, or in words and in numbers are not matching. Unenforceable. There's a technical defect. The moment you correct the technical defect, it becomes valid. Is that absolutely clear? Are you able to remember all the sections, guys? Section 1, let's do a final revision, 10 seconds and then I'm leaving you. Section 1 talks about what? Preliminary. Section 2H, contract. 2E, agreement. Agreement e moona piripo. Offer plus acceptance plus consideration. 2A is offer, 2B is acceptance or promise, 2D is consideration. In types of agreements and types of contract, there's no section for valid agreement or valid contract. For void agreement, it is 2G. For void contract, it is 2J. For voidable, it is 2I. And essentials of a valid contract is section 10. Section 11 talks about complete and party. 12 talks about sound mind. 13 is consent. 14 is free consent. 15 is coercion. 16 undue influence. 17 fraud. And 18 misrepresentation. Leave 19, 20, 21, 22 is mistake. Is that absolutely clear, guys? Is that absolutely clear? Right till here, is it absolutely clear? Right? So this was our first part of unit number 1 of Indian Contract Act. We still have the last part, that is offer and acceptance, which we will do in the next session. Right? So let's quickly start with the revision of our unit number 1 till what we completed yesterday. We started with section number 1. Section number 1 of this chapter talks about what? Short title, extent, commencement and applicability. In the act of the short title, another, the Indian Contract Act 1872. It extends to the whole of India. It started on the 25th of April 1872 and it applies to all the contracts. அதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம ஆரம்பிச்சது என்னது? First section நம்ம படிச்சது contract, which is 2H. What do you mean by a contract? Contract refers to an agreement that is enforceable by law. Contract refers to an agreement that is enforceable by law. What do you mean by an agreement? Contract is defined in 2H. Contract எதுல define பண்ணிருக்காங்க? 2H. Agreement எதுல define பண்ணிருக்காங்க? Agree, E அப்படினா 2E. What do you mean by agreement, guys? Agreement means every promise or every set of promises forming consideration for each other. Every promise or every set of promises forming consideration for each other is known as a agreement. Enforceability by law na enadhu? Intention to create a legal obligation. You should have the intention to go to the court. நாளைக்கு ஏதோ ஒரு பார்ட்டி பிரீச் பண்ணிருக்காங்க அப்படினா கோர்ட்டுக்கு போணும், அவன் மேல கேஸ் ஃபைல் பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிற இன்டென்ஷன் இருந்ததா, it's an agreement plus இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இன்டென்ஷன் இருக்குனா it will become a contract. It's an agreement plus இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இன்டென்ஷன் இருக்குனா it will become a contract. Is that clear? Next is, which is a wider term? Is it contract or agreement? Obviously agreement is a wider term. Agreement includes social as well as commercial agreements. ஆனா contractல என்ன மாதிரி agreements தான் வரும்? Mostly commercial. Mostly those agreements which have an intention to create legal obligation. இதுல ஒரு classic case law for social agreements is Balfour versus Balfour is the classic case law. Is it clear, guys? So 2H done and 2E done. Offer oda section number enakku sollu papo. Offer oda section number enadhu? Offer is defined under section 2 clause. Let me know. Offer is defined under section 2 clause A. Very good, very good. Offer is section 2 clause A. What about the others? What about the others? You don't know. It is section 2 clause A is offer. What do you mean by offer? When one person, remember the example, Abhijit, when one person signifies to another, when one person, he proposing to a girl, when one person signifies to another his willingness to do something or to abstain from doing something, to do something or abstain from doing something. Why is he proposing to the girl? To get her assent. When one person signifies to another his willingness to do something or abstain from doing something with an objective to get the assent of the other person, it is said that he is making a offer. It is said that he is making a offer. Is that clear, people? Is that clear? Is offer clear? Offer clear. 2A offer clear. Acceptance section, so acceptance is 2B. Acceptance is 2B. Acceptance means what? When the proposal, when a person to whom the proposal is made gives his assent, it is said that it is accepted. Very plain vanilla. When the person to whom the proposal is made gives his assent, it is said the proposal is accepted. 2B la rendu definitionume cover aidum. 2B la rendu definitionume cover aidum. What are the two definitions? Acceptance cover agu, innonu cover agu. Soga went very well. We are really happy, really happy. Okay. Now, Contract Act should go at its peak. Okay. If you are thorough with Contract Act, a company's LLP, so I'm sure you will do it because 200 times I've made you study. Soga, you're comfortable. IP, I don't have any problem because it is an easy chapter. I don't really mind. Contract Act, if I train you in the next 5-10 days, I will continuously train you. If you're good with that also, I am satisfied you will definitely clear foundation. Okay. Law, you will definitely pass. I have no problem with that. Ma'am, what about Indian regulatory framework? That is social science. 1 hour if we spend, we can mug it up. Okay. Nothing is there in that. What is High Court? What is Supreme Court? 1 hour if we spend, we can mug it up. Nothing else is there. So one big problem, law is gone. After this, we will tackle the other subjects that anyway you're doing it, right? And you all are doing great. I've seen most of your marks all are doing extremely great, right? Right? Let's go. Let's not waste a single minute. All agreements are contracts. All agreements are contracts. Is this true or not? All agreements are not contracts. All agreements are not contracts, but all contracts are agreement. Very good, very good. First essential. Essential, there was a mnemonic that we developed. It was TIPCO. T stands for what? Two parties. That's classic case law. Netida fresh or case law. Case law. Two parties. You remember the sales tax department sent a notice to the partnership firm. State of Gujarat versus, very good, State of Gujarat versus Raman Lal and Company. State of Gujarat versus Raman Lal and Company. There must be at least two parties to enter into a contract. There must be an intention to create a legal obligation. There must be possibility of performance. C for there must be certainty of meaning, and O for other formalities should be fulfilled. Very good, very good. Next is other formalities should be fulfilled. So TIPCO mudinjiruchu. TIPCO enadhu? Two parties, intention to create legal obligation, possibility of performance, and C of certainty of meaning, and O is for other formalities. Adutha the point, offer plus acceptance irukano. Offer is 2A, acceptance is 2B. Idu rendume senda edu varum? Agreement, which is 2E. Idu thavara namakku enna venu? We need consideration also. What is the section? What is the clause for consideration? Consideration is very good. 2D. 2D is consideration. Consideration means what? Something in return for each other. The Latin maxim is quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. Adu thavara consideration indha mattum podada. Adu lawful avum irukano, objective lawful ah irukano. Parties to a contract must have the capacity to contract. Capacity to contract oda section enadhu? Section number 11. Section number 11. Parties must be competent. When you will be competent? When you do three things. Very good, very good. Rahul, be proactive. What I'm going to say next, try to think of that and start putting in the chat. Very good, Rahul. Age of majority. Age of majority is given in section number 3 of the Indian Majorities Act. Section number 3 of the Indian Majorities Act. Sound mind. It is with section. Sound mind is section number 12. Section number 12. And you must not be disqualified by law. Idu thavara un consent enava irukano? Free ah irukano. I'm sorry. Your consent should be free. Consent means what? When two people agreeing to the same thing in the same sense. Consensus ad idem. Consent is defined under section number 13. But we just don't need consent. We need what? Free consent, which is section number 14. Which is section number 14, right? Adha thavara, when is consent said to be free? Consent is said to be free when it is not obtained by coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation and mistake. Superb, excellent. Coercion is 15, undue influence 16, fraud is 17, misrepresentation 18, mistake skip one. Mistake is what? 20, 21, 22. Skip 19, mistake is 20, 21, 22. Excellent, excellent. Next is the last point in essentials is that your contract should not be expressly declared as void. Which contracts are expressly declared as void? Restraint of trade, restraint of marriage. There's one more, which is restraint of legal proceedings. You cannot stop somebody from going to the court. Is it absolutely clear? Idu varaikku we completed. Then we studied types of contracts. So idhila நம்ம sections பார்த்தோம் அப்படினா, sections பார்த்தோம்னா 2-1 we did preliminary, 2H is contract, 2E is agreement, 2A is offer, 2B is promise or acceptance, 2D is consideration, and then we went to 10, which is essentials of a valid contract, 11 competent parties. Section 3 of Indian Majorities Act says that if you're 18 or above the age of 18, you will be called as a major. Section 12 is sound mind. Section 13 consent. Section 13 consent, section 14 is free consent, 15 coercion, 16 undue influence, 17 fraud, 18 misrepresentation, leave 19, 20, 21, 22 is mistake. Is all the sections clear? Absolutely, absolutely. Then we went to types of contract. The first type we saw was a valid contract. Any contract which is an agreement plus enforceability becomes a valid contract. Aduthathu void contract, void agreement nirku, void contract nirku, void agreement, contract. 2G, 2J, 2G, 2J, GJ. You remember 2G is for what? 2G is for void agreement, 2J is for what? Void contract. Void agreement na enadhu? Void agreement means very good. The Latin maxim is void ab initio, which means it is void from the very beginning. And 2J is what? 2J is when you entered, it was valid. But after that something happened because of which it became void. When you entered, it was valid. But after that something happened because of which it has become void. Adhe eppadi technically solranga paru. A contract which ceases to be enforceable by law becomes void when it ceases to be enforceable. A contract which ceases to be enforceable by law becomes void when it ceases to be enforceable, right? So that is void agreement and void contract. Adukapram நம்ம பார்த்தது என்னது? Voidable. What do you mean by voidable? Able to become void at the option of the aggrieved party. If the aggrieved party, who is the aggrieved party? Whose consent was obtained by coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation. அவன் கோர்ட்டுக்கு போய் சொல்றான் ஏன் consent free இல்ல அப்படினா அவன் கோர்ட்டுக்கு போய் சொல்றான் அப்படினா contract will become what? Contract will become void. அது வரைக்கும் contract என்னவா இருக்கும்? Contract will remain valid. Is that clear, people? Then we saw illegal agreements. Illegal agreements are those which are forbidden or prohibited or they are banned by law. What is unenforceable contracts? Which has a technical defect. I think till here we completed. Now we have to start from express. On the basis of formation we have to start and complete it. Very simple, quickly நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிடலாம் முடிச்சிடலாம். First on the basis of formation, உன்னோட contract express ஆவும் இருக்கலாம், உன்னோட contract implied ஆவும் இருக்கலாம். உன் contract express contract ஆவும் இருக்கலாம், implied contract ஆவும் இருக்கலாம். Express contract அப்படினா என்னது? Where you have clearly written the terms and conditions. I Deepika agree to sell my car to Shriram for rupees 10 lakhs. It's either orally agreed or it is writing. Somewhere expressly it is there, either orally it is agreed or it is in writing. That is known as a express contract. Idhe implied contract அப்படினா through actions. Very good. A coolie comes, excellent guys, a coolie comes in the railway station. நீ உன்னோட சாமான உன்னோட பெட்டியை எடுத்து கீழே இறங்குற, அவன் வந்து அந்த பெட்டியை தூக்கி அவன் தலை மேல வைக்கிறான், நீனும் அவன் பின்னாடியே நடந்து போற, நீனும் அவனும் பிரைஸ் நெகோஷியேட் பண்ணல, அவன் உனக்கு ஆஃபர் கொடுக்கலனா இதை தூக்கிட்டு போவான்னு நீ அதை எக்ஸெப்ட் பண்ணல, ஆனா நீ அவன் பின்னாடி சைலண்டா நடந்தல, அவன் பெட்டியை வந்து தூக்குனால அதுதான் ஆஃபர், நீ அவன் பின்னாடி சைலண்டா நடந்தல அதுதான் implied acceptance. So here you do not actually speak anything, but here you come into the contract. You come into the contract in an implied manner. Through your actions, you and the coolie have entered into the contract. இப்போ நீ பார்க்கிங் லாட்ல போய் அவன் அந்த பெட்டியை இறக்குனதுக்கு அப்புறம் காசு கேட்கறான். நான் எப்போ உங்களை தூக்கிட்டு வர சொன்னேன்? நான் நினைச்சு நீங்க காலங்காத்தாலே எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்றதுக்கு தூக்குறீங்க அப்படின்னு போய் சொன்னேன்னு வச்சுக்கோ, அங்க இருக்கிற அவனோட கேங் மெம்பர்ஸ் எல்லாம் சேர்த்து ஒன்னு என்ன பண்ணிடுவான்? அட்டாக் பண்ணிடுவான். He will attack you because here it was implied. It was an implied contract. It was an implied contract. Is that absolutely clear, people? Is that absolutely clear? Implied or variation என்னது? Very good. இதெல்லாம் போடு. Okay, implied or variation தான் என்னது? Tacit. Implied or variation தான் என்னது? Tacit. Tacit na when you are interacting with a non-living thing. Very good, Maitri. Yes, yes, very good, Abhijit. It's like a striking of a hammer. Striking of a hammer. Or ATM la போய் காசை வெளில எடுக்கிறது. You are interacting with the ATM machine, but indirectly the contract is between you and the பேங்க். உன்னோட HDFC பேங்க்குக்கும் உனக்கும் நடுவுல தான் கான்ட்ராக்ட் இருக்கு. யூ ஆர் இன்டராக்டிங் த்ரூ த ATM. ஏன்னா நீ போய் பணம் டெபாசிட் பண்ணிருக்கியா, அது நீ இப்போ வித்ட்ரா பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கிறியா? இப்போ கான்ட்ராக்ட் யாருக்குள்ள நடக்குது? ஆக்சுவலி உனக்கும் HDFC பேங்க்குக்கும் நடுவுல தான். பட் யூ ஆர் இன்டராக்டிங் வித் த ATM. Such a contract is known as a tacit contract. Such a contract is known as a tacit contract. இது quasi contract. டீடைலா நம்ம ஏற்கனவே படிச்சிருக்கோம். quasi அப்படினா என்னது? Very good, very good, Prashika. It is created by law. It is not created by you and me. We don't tell that, hey, if your watch is lost, I will find it and give it to you. Okay, we don't agree. There is no offer, there is no acceptance, there is no consideration. Still it is a contract. Still it is a contract because it is created by law. Because it is created by law. Quasi contracts are created by law. There is no intention on both the sides. When let's say the example, Abhijit found a gold watch in T Nagar. When he was going out of the class, he found a gold watch. He was like, oh my god, what to do? He picked up the gold watch. What will Abhijit do? Ma'am, he will immediately sell it in black. Then Abhijit will do. But generally what will people do? They'll go and give it to the police station. They'll take every effort to find the true owner. Remember, very good. Next is e-contracts. It is nothing but electronic contract. You placing an order in Flipkart. Swiggy la poi margarita pizza you're ordering. That is a e-contract. That is a e-contract. In an electronic mode you're entering into a contract. So that is types of contract based on formation. It can be express, implied or baby da another tacit. Then it can be quasi or it can be e-contracts. Is that clear? Is that clear? Absolutely clear. These are all supper matter saltwater topics. Is it clear? Next, let's go to types of contract based on performance. Based on performance, it is executed contracts or executory contracts. Executed means we're talking about past. Executed, you also have fulfilled your performance. I also have fulfilled my performance. Very good, Bhuneshwari. Both of us have fulfilled our performance. It's already performed. Very good. It's already performed. That is executed. எக்ஸிக்யூட்டரி இனிமேல் தான் பண்ண போறோம். எக்ஸிக்யூட்டரி அப்படின்னா என்னது? இனிமேல் தான் பண்ணணும். either both the parties have not fulfilled or any one person has not fulfilled. ரெண்டு பேருமே, நானும் காசு கொடுக்கல, நீனும் எனக்கு லேப்டாப் கொடுக்கல, then it is bilateral executory contract. Then it is bilateral executory contract. பட் நான் Flipkartல பேமெண்ட் பண்ணிட்டேன், இன்னும் ஃபோன் தான் வரல. it is unilateral executory contract because I fulfilled my obligation. I have made the payment. The laptop is yet to come. It is a unilateral executory contract. So these are types of contract based on their performance. Idu நம்ம முடிச்சிட்டோம். Offer நம்ம நேத்தே முடிச்சிட்டோம். In a contract of in the contract there will be two parties. Who are the two parties? Offer or offeree. Or இவங்களை நம்ம என்ன சொல்லுவோம்? Offer or offeree. Or we will tell promise or promisee. Or promise or acceptor. என்ன வேணாலும் கூப்பிட்டுக்கலாம். These are the different names that we use to call the two parties in a contract. அடுத்தது என்னது? Kinds of offer. What are the different kinds of offer? First kind is known as a general offer. What do you mean by general offer? General offer is the offer which is made to the public at large. Very good, lovely people. You have given me the case law also, which is made to the public at large. அப்படின்னா for example, நாளைக்கு உனக்கு ஒரு நியூஸ் பேப்பர்ல or let's say உனக்கு ஒரு advertisement தெரியுது, 50% off in west side. 50% off in west side. Anybody who goes to west side and purchases will get the 50% off because it is a general offer. It is an offer which is open for the public at large. The classic case law, அதுக்கு என்னது? Carlyle versus Carbolic Smoke Ball Company. In the case law enna nadandhudu? In the case law enna nadandhudu? In this particular case law, yeah Sriram, perfect. Okay, in this particular case law what happened? Carlyle அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு lady இந்த Carbolic Smoke Ball Company. There was also Carbolic Smoke Ball Company, and the Carbolic Smoke Ball Company, they released a newspaper advertisement. You remember the newspaper advertisement? Newspaper advertisement we saw in class. Carbolic Smoke Ball case advertisement. You remember this advertisement that we saw? In this advertisement it was written that whoever consumes the smoke balls, as per the instruction that we have given, உங்களுக்கு என்ன வராது, உங்களுக்கு இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸா வரவே வராது அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க. இந்த கார்லிலோ அதை வாங்கி சாப்பிட்டா, ஆனா அவளுக்கு என்ன வந்துருச்சு? இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸா தானே அது பேரு, இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸாங்கிற ஒரு டிசீஸ் வந்துருச்சு. Now she went to get the reward of 100 pounds. But when she went, Carbolic Smoke Ball Company said, hey Carlyle, who are you? Hey Carlyle, who are you? We never made the offer to you. நீனா போய் ஏதோ பண்ணினா அதுக்கு நாங்க ரிவார்டு கொடுக்க மாட்டோம். Carlyle is telling, நான் படிச்சேனே, நான் அந்த அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட் படிச்சேனே, அதுல எழுதி இருந்தது, யாரெல்லாம் அதை காலையில நைட்டு மத்தியானம் பால்ல கலந்து குடிக்கிறீங்களோ உங்களுக்கு இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸா வராது. நானும் காலையில நைட்டு மத்தியானம் பால்ல கலந்து குடிச்சேன், பட் எனக்கு என்ன வந்துருச்சு? I got influenza. So please give me the reward of 100 pounds. Now this case went to the court. Carbolic Smoke Ball Company is telling, hey judge, we don't know who this Carlyle is. இவளை நாங்க இப்பதான் first time பார்க்கிறோம். We don't know who Carlyle is. We are seeing her for the first time. இவளுக்கு நாங்க ஆஃபரே பண்ணல, அவ எக்ஸெப்டே பண்ணல, எப்படி இப்போ எங்க கிட்ட வந்து காசு கேட்கலாம்? யார் இந்த Carlyle? Who are you? The nation wants to know. The judge is telling, are you mad, Smoke Ball Company? You gave an advertisement with a reward. Advertisement with a reward is a general offer. Anybody who fulfills the advertisement is assumed to have accepted it. Anybody who fulfills the advertisement is assumed to have accepted the offer. So you are supposed to pay Carlyle. There is no excuse. Is that clear? Is that clear, people? Did you understand Carlyle versus Carbolic Smoke Ball Company? Absolutely clear. Now this is a general offer. Specific offer na another. I am telling my classroom people, I am telling my Chennai classroom people, like, guys, who and all want to go on a trip? After exams, who and all want to go to watch let's say Spider-Man? Who and all want to go? Now this is an offer made to a specific group. This is an offer made to only my face-to-face class people. Only if you want, you can accept or you can reject. Can anybody else accept? No. ஏனா இது என்னது? இது ஒரு specific offer. This is made to a specific group of people. Only they can accept or they can reject. Is that clear? Very good. The case law is what? Bolton versus Jones. The case law is what? Bolton versus Jones. Very good. Since it's not a classic case law, I'm not going in deep. Next is a counter offer. What do you mean by counter offer? When acceptance is there, but acceptance is conditional. There is acceptance, but acceptance is conditional. Like my mom, she goes to Bombay Shopping Street. The kadagara says what? Very good. He says, ma'am, this chappal ye kitne ka hai? They say what? 2,000 rupees. My mom tells, pack kar do 200. What is my mom doing? She is giving a counter offer. She is telling her acceptance. She is giving her acceptance. She is telling, I will buy this chappal, but for how much? 200. How much did he offer it for? 2,000. Here I am accepting, but I am giving a counter offer. Is that clear, people? Is that clear? Absolutely clear. Next is cross offer. What do you mean by a cross offer? Cross offer means what? When two people are exchanging identical offer, two connections are going, but both are going without knowing each other. Both are making the same offer, but they don't know about each other's offer. That is known as a cross offer. And what do you mean by a standing offer? Standing offer na another, when it is open for a specific period of time. Diwali sale, New Year off, it is open for 10-15 days of Diwali, 10-15 days of New Year. It is a specific offer. Purida, are you able to understand? Absolutely clear. Are you able to understand? So types of offer are what? General offer, specific offer, cross offer, counter offer, and the last one is a standing offer, which is open for a particular period of time. Is that clear? Did I tell you the section for voidable? 2i is what? Voidable. 2i is what? Voidable. Very good, very good. 2i is voidable. Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay, kinds of offer is also done. Next, moving on to essentials of a valid offer. Or offer valid இருக்குனா அதுக்கு என்னலாம் essentials? Very simple. Offer can be either specific offer or general offer. It can be either express or implied. நீ படிச்ச எல்லா கேட்டகரியும் எழுதிடு. Specific or general, express or implied. Next is essentials of a valid offer. There should be an intention to create a legal obligation. Your offer should be certain, definite, and not vague. And you must make an offer with an intention to get the acceptance of the other person. The offer must be made with an intention to get the willingness of the other person. An offer can be conditional. Offer must be communicated. Offer must be communicated. You have to go and tell that person the offer. You are making an offer in your mind. How will I come to know about it? I want to sell my car. How will the others come to know about it? You have to go and make the offer. You have to go and make the offer. And the next is non-compliance is not equal to acceptance. Offer la, there cannot be a condition. நீங்க எதுவுமே சொல்லல அப்படினா நான் என்ன நினைச்சுப்பேன்? Offer accepted அப்படின்னு நான் நினைச்சுக்க மாட்டேன். Correct, Akshay. Somewhat similar to essentials of a valid contract, but they are here and there a little different point. We'll have to remember. Is it absolutely clear? So we have covered voidable contracts also. We have covered essentials of a valid contract also. Classification of offers also covered. And next we are going to do this topic, which is very, very important. Offer is different from what? Offer is different from invitation to offer. நீனே சொல்லு, invitation to offer க்கு முன்னாடி வருமா இல்ல offer க்கு அப்புறம் வருமா? Invitation to offer க்கு முன்னாடி வருமா இல்ல offer க்கு அப்புறம் வருமா? Ma'am, invitation to offer is a precedent. It's a word. Keyword is what? Sorry. Keyword is what? Precedent. It is a precedent to making a offer. Invitation to offer is precedent. அப்படினா அது எதுக்கு முன்னாடி வரும்? Offer க்கு முன்னாடி there will be invitation to offer. Ma'am, examples கொடுங்க ma'am. Invitation to offer க்கு examples கொடுங்க ma'am. Invitation to offer க்கு மெக்டொனால்ட்ஸ்ல இருக்கிற அந்த hoarding, and they will tell, you know, what and all menu is there. Okay, there's aloo tikki burger, there's a meal, there's this Coke, Pepsi, fries, nuggets. This and all is what? This is an invitation to offer. நீ போய் என்ன சொல்ற? எனக்கு ஒரு மெக் ஆலு டிக்கி கொடுங்க நீ சொல்ற அப்படினா you are making the offer, but they are telling, sir, we are really sorry, nobody eats மெக் ஆலு டிக்கி, அதனால நாங்க இப்ப அதை என்ன பண்ணிட்டோம்? டிஸ்கண்டினியூ பண்ணிட்டோம். Now you made the offer to McDonald's and the offer got rejected. You made the offer and the offer got rejected. Are you able to understand? அதே மாதிரி நம்மளோட எக்ஸாம்க்கு கிளாசிக் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இஸ், நீ ஒரு ஷோரூம் போற, லைஃப் ஸ்டைல் போற, அங்க மேனிக்வின்ல நிறைய க்ளோத்ஸ் வச்சிருக்காங்க, அதுல நீ ஒன்னு பிக் பண்ணிட்டு வர, யூ கோ டு தி பில்லிங் கவுண்டர், நீ அதை பில் பண்றதுக்கு போற, they are telling, sir, this piece is not for sale. Can you file a case against lifestyle saying, நீ எப்படி எனக்கு விக்காம இருக்கலாம்? No, because that display in the mannequin is an invitation to offer. You taking that and going to the billing counter is an offer. An offer can be rejected. Very good, excellent people. An offer can be rejected, right? So invitation to offer is a precedent. It comes before a offer and it can be rejected. One is meaning, which we have completed. Next is purpose என்ன அப்படினா, invitation to offer க்கு அடுத்தது என்ன வரும்? What's the next step? Offer க்கு அடுத்த ஸ்டெப் invitation க்கு offer க்கு அடுத்தது வருது offer க்கு அடுத்தது வருது acceptance, but ultimately it will become what? Correct? Ultimately it will become what? Contract. Ultimately it will become a contract, right? So that point is also covered. Ultimately it will become a contract, right? So that is also done. And next is mere answer to a question. Offer, the answer is no. Is mere answer to a question offer? The answer is no. Look at this particular case law. Offer is different from answer to a question. You remember that case law? Yes, bumper hall pen. You remember the case law? Harvey versus Facey. Very good. Where they asked, will you sell me this pen? And what is the lowest price in which you will sell? Will you sell me this pen? And what is the lowest price in which you will sell? Very good. Here, in this particular case, he replied by telling, the lowest I will sell it is for 900 pounds. The lowest I will sell is for 900 pounds. You itself think and tell me, the lowest I will sell is for 900 pounds. Did I tell I'll sell it to you for 900 pounds? No, I didn't even answer the first question. Will you sell it to me? And the question can answer it. Na answer pannadu onne onnu da. What is the lowest price? 900 pounds. Mere answer to a question is not a offer. Mere answer to a question is not a offer. Very good, Oppo. There is no intention to sell. Very good. There is no intention to sell. Right? Right? And merely statement of intention is also not a offer. I and Shriram are talking. I am telling Shriram, dude, I feel like I have 2 cars. I want to sell one. I want to sell one. Mere intention is not an offer. Mere intention is not an offer. I have to tell Shriram, hey, listen, I want to sell my car for rupees 10 lakhs. Do you want to purchase it? This is an offer. Hey, I feel like selling my car. I have two cars. I don't use to any which ways. One vikkalana irukken. Adu offer kadayadu. Adu offer kadayadu. A statement of intention is not a offer. A statement of intention is not a offer. Offer is different from answer to a question. Offer is different from answer to a question. Offer is different from invitation to offer. Is that clear? Is that absolutely clear? Is that absolutely clear? Can we go to acceptance? Can we go to acceptance? What do you mean by acceptance? When one person gives his assent, it is said that he has accepted. When one person gives his assent, it is said that he has accepted. I'll ask a few questions. Please answer to me. Please answer to me. Let's say Shriram makes an offer to Abhijit. Who can accept it? Who can accept it? Shriram makes an offer to Abhijit. Who can accept it? Abhijit. That means acceptance can be given by the person to whom the offer is made. Acceptance can be given by the person to whom the offer is made. And can silence be equal to acceptance? Can silence be equal to acceptance? Very good. Silence is not equal to a acceptance. Silence is not equal to a acceptance. Should acceptance be conditional or unconditional? Should acceptance be conditional or unconditional? Very good. Acceptance should be unconditional, because if acceptance is conditional, it is not acceptance. It becomes a counter offer. It becomes a counter offer, right? So acceptance should be unconditional. Very good, very good, very good. The moment, let's say I make an offer. Okay, idu correct ah ketta solla. I make an offer. அதுக்கு நீ ஒரு கவுண்டர் ஆஃபர் கொடுக்குற. இப்போ அந்த கடங்காரன் என்ன சொன்னா, 2000 rupeesக்கு செப்பல் வாங்கிக்கலாம்னு சொன்னா. எங்க அம்மா என்ன சொன்னாங்க, 200 rupees தான் நான் பே பண்ணுவேன். The moment my mom makes a counter offer, what happens to the original offer? It will lapse. What happens to the original offer? It will lapse. Is that absolutely clear? So all points we have covered. Essential na thirumbi oda repeat pandren. See whether you know all of this point. Essentials of a valid acceptance. Acceptance must be communicated. Acceptance must be communicated to the offerer himself, and acceptance cannot be presumed from silence. Silence is not equal to acceptance. Acceptance must be communicated by the person who has authority. You remember that school management case law? School management கேஸ்ல உனக்கு ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? அதுல என்ன நடந்ததுன்னா, let's say நான் ஒரு இன்டர்வியூக்கு போறேன். Let's say I am making an offer to a school saying that, hey listen, I am a chartered accountant. I can teach accountancy. Can I teach in your school? DEEPIKA is making a offer. அவங்க அந்த ஸ்கூலோட மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் இன்டர்வியூலாம் எடுத்தாங்க. Then they told, we'll reply. எங்களுக்கு ஒரு 2 நாள் கொடுங்க, நாங்க உங்க ஆஃபரை அக்செப்ட் பண்றோமா இல்லையான்னு நாங்க யோசிச்சு சொல்றோம் அப்படின்னு மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் எனக்கு ரிப்ளை பண்ணாங்க. யார் என்னோட இன்டர்வியூ எடுத்தா? மேனேஜ்மெண்ட். யார்கிட்ட நான் ஆஃபர் பண்ணேன்? மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் கிட்ட ஆஃபர் பண்ணேன். மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் சொன்னாங்க 2 நாள் வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க, நாங்க யோசிச்சு உங்களுக்கு கால் பேக் பண்றோம். 2 நாளைக்கு அவங்க இன்டர்னலா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் என்ன டிசைட் பண்ணிட்டாங்கன்னா, எடுத்துக்கலாம், தீபிகா வந்து மாஸ் தூசா தான் நடத்துறாங்க, அவங்கள நம்ம எடுத்துக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அவங்க இன்டர்னலா பேசியிருக்காங்க. இன்னும் எனக்கு என்ன வரல, எனக்கு எந்த ஃபார்மல் ஆஃபர் லெட்டருமே வரல. அவங்க இன்டர்னலா பேசிக்கிட்டாங்க. இந்த இன்டர்னலா அவங்க பேசினதை என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்ட், அந்த ஸ்கூல்ல ஒர்க் பண்ற என்னோட ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்டு கேட்டுட்டா. அவ எனக்கு கால் பண்ணி சொல்றா தட் ஹே டூட் உனக்கு என்ன வந்துரும், கண்டிப்பா ஆஃபர் லெட்டர் வந்துரும், உனக்கு கண்டிப்பா என்ன வந்துரும், ஆஃபர் லெட்டர் வந்துரும், இங்க உன்னை செலக்ட் பண்ண போறாங்க, பண்ணிட்டாங்கன்னு பேசுறாங்க அப்படின்னு she is telling. I am thinking my offer is accepted, but later on school tells that no we cannot select you Deepika ஏன்னா அந்த பொசிஷனுக்கு எங்களோட ட்ரஸ்டியோட ஒரு ரிலேட்டிவும் அப்ளை பண்ணிருக்காங்க, ஸோ நாங்க அவங்களுக்கு தான் கொடுக்க முடியும் அப்படின்னு என்ன பண்ணிட்டாங்க, சாரி we are rejecting your offer அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. பட் நான் சண்டை போட்டு என்ன சொல்றேன், அதெல்லாம் எனக்கு தெரியாது, எனக்கு 2 நாள் முன்னாடியே உங்களோட ஆபீஸ்ல வேலை செய்யற என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்ட் என்ன சொல்லிட்டா, நீங்க வந்து என்னோட ஆஃபரை அக்செப்ட் பண்றதா தான் இருந்தீங்க, இப்போ வந்து எப்படி ரிஜெக்ட் பண்ண முடியும், அதெல்லாம் முடியாது, you have given your acceptance, she told me that you selected me, இப்போ எப்படி வந்து இல்லன்னு சொல்ல முடியும், give me the job அப்படின்னு நான் கேக்குறேன். when we go to the court என்ன சொல்லும், தீபிகா உங்களுக்கு நீங்க ஆஃபர் பண்ணது யார்கிட்ட, மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் கிட்ட, அப்போ அக்செப்டன்ஸும் யார் தான் கொடுத்திருக்கணும், மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் தான் அக்செப்டன்ஸ் கொடுத்திருக்கணும், யார்கிட்ட ஆஃபர் பண்றீங்களோ அவங்க தான் என்ன பண்ணும், அக்செப்டன்ஸ் கொடுக்கணும், வேற யாரும் கொடுக்க கூடாது. is that clear? and the last point is acceptance must be absolute and unqualified, and counter offer வந்தது அப்படினா previous acceptance என்ன ஆயிடும், previous acceptance என்ன ஆயிடும், previous acceptance will lapse, previous acceptance will lapse. இப்போ நம்ம போன போறது last 3 sections of this particular chapter, which is section 3, 4 and 5. 3, 4, 5, 6 3, 4, 5, 6 பண்ணிட்டோம்னா இந்த சாப்டர் ஃபுல்லா முடிஞ்சிடும். அதுக்கப்புறம் 1 ல இருந்து 22 வரைக்கும் I'll make sure you remember every section. 1 ல இருந்து 22 வரைக்கும் I'll make sure you remember every section. Can we start people? Can we start? Can we start? Section number 3 என்ன தெரியுமா சொல்லுது, section number 3 ரொம்ப முக்கியம். acceptance எல்லாமே முடிச்சாச்சு, acceptance எல்லாமே முடிச்சாச்சு, போல்டன் vs ஜோன்ஸ் இதெல்லாம் முடிச்சாச்சு. acceptance must be communicated, mere silence is not acceptance, acceptance can be through conduct or implied acceptance. இப்போ இங்க வா, communication of offer and acceptance. இது என்ன சொல்லுதுன்னா, communication can either be in words or communication can either be through your actions. நீ ஆஃபரையோ இல்ல acceptanceயோ, நீ ஆஃபரையோ இல்ல acceptanceயோ either என்ன பண்ணலாம், either பேசி or writingல offer or acceptance பண்ணலாம், இல்ல உன்னோட action வழியா பண்ணலாம், இல்ல உன்னோட action வழியா பண்ணலாம். is that clear? is that clear? is that clear? That is section number 3. that means offer and acceptance can be either express, offer and acceptance either express நீங்க சொல்லலாம், இல்லாட்டி implied mannerல சொல்லலாம். இதுதான் section number 3, which is மொக்க. all of you guys have this notes no, in class only we wrote no. புதுசா ஏதோ என்ன கேக்குறேன், புதுசா என்ன கேக்குறேன். okay, next anyways wait I'll send, don't worry about that. classroom students I'll send it. okay, next பாரு section number 3 முடிஞ்சிச்சு. 4 and 5 மட்டும் தான் important. 4 and 5 முடிஞ்சிச்சுனா அவ்வளவுதான் we have completed. 4 இங்க பாரு, communication when complete. where is communication when complete? communication of offer and acceptance when complete. look at this example. in the example which I'll teach you, DT is the person who is making the offer. DT is making an offer. I want to ask Abhijit, does he want to buy my car for rupees 10 lakhs? 10 லட்சம் ரூபாய்க்கு என்னோட கார் வாங்குறதுக்கு இவனுக்கு இன்ட்ரெஸ்டா அப்படின்னு நான் கேட்கணும். நான் இவனுக்கு என்ன அனுப்புறேன், ஒரு லெட்டர் அனுப்புறேன். லெட்டர் என்னைக்கு அனுப்புறேன், பை போஸ்ட் 20th of February I am sending the letter. இவனுக்கு என்னைக்கு போய் ரீச் ஆகுது, 5th of March. லெட்டரை இவன் என்னைக்கு ஓபன் பண்ணி படிக்கிறான், 7th of March. இப்போ நீனே சொல்லு, when is offer communicated? when is offer communicated? offer is communicated on 20th, 5th, இல்ல 7th. very good. offer is communicated on the 7th of March. offer is communicated when the offeree opens and reads the offer, when he gets the knowledge of the offer. that is the date when the offer is communicated. when is offer communicated? என்னடா இது நிமேஷ், when is offer communicated? offer is communicated on the 7th of March. on the 7th of March. very good. when it comes to the knowledge of the offeree, right? next இப்போ இவனுக்கு 7th of March ஓபன் பண்ணி படிக்கிறான். okay, he is seeing மேமோட காரா 10 lakh rupees worth தான் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இவன் acceptance என்னைக்கு போஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டான், on 10th of March. 10th போஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டான். நீனே யோசிச்சு சொல்லு, can I revoke my offer? after 10th? can I revoke? Honor after 10th, can I revoke? No, because the moment he has given acceptance, you remember that? A lighted matchstick to a train of gunpowder. A lighted matchstick to a train of gunpowder. The moment offer meets acceptance, it is only what? Boom, boom, blast. It is only what? Boom, boom, blast. Very good, very good. Can you revoke it? No. Can you revoke it? It is only blast. Are you able to understand? So, DT will not be able to revoke her offer on or after 10th of March. On or after 10th of March. இப்போ அபிஜித்தோட acceptance letter அவன் போஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டான். இது என்கிட்ட வருது. இது obviously because I am sitting in Chennai, this guy is in Mumbai. So கொஞ்சம் டைம் ஆகும். வரத்துக்கு ஒரு 5 நாள் ஆகுது. 15th தான் இது எனக்கு வருது. So when is acceptance? When is acceptance communicated? When is acceptance communicated? Plain சொல்ல முடியாது. Plain சொல்ல முடியாது. Acceptance communicated you have to see from two people's point of view. You have to see from two people's. Very good, Nimesh. You have to see from two people's point of view. When is accepted completed? When is acceptance completed? From the point of view of the offerer. From the point of view of the offerer. When will Deepika not be able to revoke the offer? When will Deepika not be able to revoke the offer? 10th. Very good. So from Deepika's end, when is acceptance communicated? The moment he posts it, acceptance is communicated. Acceptance is communicated. Right? Acceptance is communicated. And when is acceptance communicated from the point of view of the offeree? When is acceptance communicated from the point of view of the offeree? When the offerer reads the offer letter. When the offerer reads the offer letter. அப்போ நீ யோசி, அபிஜித்க்கு என்னோட better deal யாரோ கொடுக்குறாங்க. He wants to revoke his offer. என்னைக்குள்ள அவன் பண்ணி ஆகணும்? Abhijit wants to revoke offer இல்ல, sorry, Abhijit wants to revoke his acceptance. என்னைக்குள்ள அவன் பண்ணி ஆகணும்? 15th குள்ள அவன் பண்ணி ஆகணும். DTக்கு 10 லட்சத்துக்கு பதிலா ஸ்ரீராம் is ready to buy. DTக்கு 10 லட்சத்துக்கு பதிலா ஸ்ரீராம் is ready to buy it for 20 lakhs. DT wants to revoke her offer. DT wants to revoke her offer. By when should DT revoke it? By when should DT revoke it? Think and tell. Think and tell. Before 10th. Before 10th. Very good. Very good. Before Abhijit gives the acceptance, I should revoke my offer. இப்போ நான் சொல்லி கொடுத்தது உனக்கு 4 and 5 ரெண்டுமே together. 4 talks about communication of offer, communication of acceptance. 5 talks about revocation. 5 talks about revocation. நான் ரெண்டுமே சேர்த்து உனக்கு சொல்லி கொடுத்துட்டேன். Do you want me to again revise? Do you want me to again revise once? Ma'am, you understood, but little bit. Now, when is offer communicated? அதுக்கு from the point of view of this person, from the point of view of that person, அப்படியெல்லாம் கிடையாது. When is offer communicated? When is offer communicated? When offeree reads the offer. When offeree reads the offer letter, it is said that offer is communicated. Pakka. When is acceptance communicated? When is acceptance communicated? Ma'am, இதுக்கு ரெண்டு இருக்கு ma'am. When is acceptance communicated? If you want, you make this chart. If you want, make this just one final chart. Okay, rough note ஏதாவது வச்சிருக்கேனா இது மட்டும் பண்ணிக்கோ. Others I'm sure you will know. Okay, when is acceptance? Just 2 more minutes, we'll complete the unit. When is acceptance communicated? When it acceptance communicated? For that, act is telling, look from two people's point of view. Look from two people's point of view. As against offeror. Sorry guys. As against offeree. Offeror oda point of view la எப்போ acceptance is communicated? The offeror becomes bound by the acceptance as soon as letter of acceptance is posted. That is 10th of March in our example. Whereas as against the offeree, he becomes bound when letter of acceptance comes to the knowledge of offeror. இத படிச்சு புரியுதான்னு மட்டும் சொல்லு. Is this clear? This is your entire section number 4. If you want, take a screenshot. This is entire section number 4. Is it clear? For offer or 10th of March, for offeree 15th of March. Anirudh, excellent. Good, good. Anirudh, good, great. Is it clear? If you want, just take a screenshot. This is your entire section number 4. Revocation. Revocation. Offer எப்போ வரைக்கும் revoke பண்ணலாம்? அவன் acceptance கொடுக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி வரைக்கும் நீ என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம்? Revoke பண்ணிக்கலாம். And acceptance எப்போ வரைக்கும் revoke பண்ணிக்கலாம்? அவனுக்கு, that is offer orக்கு, DTக்கு offer ஓட acceptance போய் reach ஆகிற வரைக்கும் நீ என்ன பண்ணலாம்? Revoke பண்ணலாம். Ma'am, what if acceptance and revocation both go at the same time? Ma'am, what if acceptance and revocation both go at the same time? அப்போ என்ன நடக்கும்? Revocation and acceptance ரெண்டுமே same timeல போகுது அப்படின்னா whichever is opened first. As simple as that. The last section number 6. Offer எப்போ revoke ஆகும்? Offer எப்போ revoke ஆகும்? First is offer will be revoked. Offer will be revoked by notice of revocation from the offeror to the offeree, not DT, offeror. Abhijitku na 10 lakshathla vithen. Shriram is coming and telling me, ma'am, I am ready to buy for 20 lakhs. I am sending Abhijit a letter of revocation. Express na எழுதி என்ன சொல்ற? Abhijit, உனக்கு பண்ண offer na என்ன பண்றேன்? Revoke பண்றேன். Abhijit, உனக்கு பண்ண offer na என்ன பண்றேன்? Revoke பண்றேன். Expressly you can send the letter of revocation and cancel the offer. That is case 1. Case 2. I am telling, let's say, பூர்விகால the offer is open from Diwali ஆரம்பிக்கிறதுல இருந்து அந்த தீபாவளி முடிகிற 5 நாள் வரைக்கும் the offer is open. அப்போ when will the offer lapse? When will the offer revoke? At the end of that 5 days. Prescribed time இருக்கு அப்படினா it will get over in that once the prescribed time is over. Otherwise within reasonable time the offer will be revoked. Offer நான் பண்ணிருக்கேன், offeror நானு, offeree Abhijit, எனக்கு ஏதோ ஆயிடுச்சு, death or insanity of any one of the person, offer will lapse. Non-acceptance or failure to accept the condition precedent. நான் இந்த ஆஃபரை ஃபுல்ஃபில் பண்ணனும்னா அபிஜித்தே இப்படி தான் நீ கம்யூனிகேட் பண்ணனும், எனக்கு பேமெண்ட் கேஷ்ல தான் பண்ணனும், ஏதோ ஒரு கண்டிஷன் சொல்லிருக்கேன், அந்த கண்டிஷனை ஃபுல்ஃபில் பண்ணலனா ஆஃபர் என்ன ஆயிடும்? லாப்ஸ் ஆயிடும். Next point is when counter offer is made, previous offer will lapse. And ஏதாவது subsequent impossibility. Let's say I and Abhijit entered into a contract where we want to deal with what? Deal with, let's say, selling wine. Let's say he has a resto bar, he wants wine. I'm going to supply wine to him. But what happens? Government bans, Tamil Nadu government bans alcohol. Now, can I fulfill the contract? No. Now I fulfill my offer? No. Because the offer is automatically revoked due to an impossibility. So in the cases in the situation நீங்க பண்ண offer revoke ஆயிடும். Revoke அப்படினா you're taking back, it's cancelled, it is revoked. Is that absolutely clear? Can we recall the section one last time? Can we recall once the section? We do that and we are done. Just give me 1 minute. I'll also open the summary. I'll also open the section summary. First நம்ம வந்து 1 2 3 அந்த மாதிரி சொல்லிடலாம். அதுக்கப்புறம் 2ல இருக்கிற what will tell? அதுக்கப்புறம் 2ல இருக்கிற definitions நான் சொல்றேன். Okay? 2ல இருக்கிற definitions. Thank you. 2ல இருக்கிற definition நான் சொல்றேன். First 1 preliminary. தெரிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் கடகடன் போட்டேரு. 1 is what? Preliminary. 2 is definition. 3 is, what is 3 is? Communication of offer. 3 is what? Communication of offer. 4 is what? Communication when complete. எப்போ offer complete ஆகும்? எப்போ communication of offer is complete? When is communication of acceptance complete? 5 talks about what? Revocation. How will you communicate your revocation? Communication of revocation. 6 is what? When is offer revoked? Section 7. நான் இப்போதைக்கு எழுதுறேன். Try to remember. Section 7 is what, you know? Acceptance must be absolute. அப்படினா it should not be conditional. There should not be no counter offer. Acceptance must be absolute. Section 8 is acceptance by performing conditions. If you fulfill certain conditions, you will accept the offer. Okay? Section 9. Oh wait, let me open a new one. I'll send you the section summary also. Section 9 is of offer can be express or implied. It is your wish. 7, 8, 9 if you want to remember or not, it is your wish. Now from 10, I want you guys to tell in laser speed. What is 10? What is 10? 10 is essentials. 10 is essentials. I just want to know if you know. 11 is what? Competent parties. 11 is what? Competent parties. 12 is what? 12 is sound mind. 12 is what? Sound mind. 13 is what? 13 is consent. 13 is consent. 14 is free consent. 14 is free consent. 15 is coercion. 16 is undue influence. 17 is fraud. 18 is misrepresentation. 19 kadayadu. I'll teach you in the next unit. 20, 21, 22 is mistake. Is it clear? Is it clear? Now if we go to 2A is offer. 2A is offer. 2B is promise or acceptance. 2B is promise or acceptance. 2D is what? 2D is consideration. 2E is agreement. 2H is contract. 2G, 2J. GJ, this is void. This is also void. This is void agreement. This is void contract. 2I. 2I is what? Voidable contract. Have we covered everything? Yes. Offer, acceptance, promise, consideration, agreement, void agreement, contract, voidable contract, void contract. Everything we have covered. Are you able to remember? Ma'am, show all the 22s, all the sections. Don't worry, section chart I'll send it to you. Section chart I will send it to you. I'll put it properly and send it to you. Okay, if you want for now, you take a screenshot, but I'll put it properly and send it to you. Are you able to understand this? Absolutely clear. Is it absolutely clear? Section number 1 to section number 22. Is unit number 1 under your control? Will you be able to do it? Unit number 1 of Indian Contract Act. Okay, so let's start with unit number 1, which is consideration. Already we have learnt about consideration in our previous. Unit number 1. Consideration means quid pro quo, that is something in return for each other. But that is a normal understanding. There's a clear definition given under 2D. 2D la consideration clear define பண்ணிருக்காங்க. Consideration என்னன்னு சொல்லிருக்காங்க? Consideration is when at the desire of the promisor, the promisee or any other person has done or abstained from doing or does or abstains from doing or promises to do or abstain from doing anything. Such an act or abstinence is known as consideration. Such an act or abstinence is known as a consideration. அப்படினா இதுல நிறைய விஷயம் இருக்கு. First விஷயம் என்னன்னா, consideration should always move from the promisor. The offerer is the one who should take the first step. Who should take the first step? The offerer. The consideration should always move from the promisor. From the other side, it can either come from the promisee or any other person. Either you can pay the fees or your parents can pay the fees. It can come from the promisee or any other person. Consideration can be past, consideration can be present, or consideration can be future. It can be a past consideration, present consideration, or a future consideration. Consideration can be positive or negative. ஏதோ பண்றதுக்கு, to do something also we can pay, to not do something also we can pay. Yesterday itself I told you, if I pay Abhijit, let's say rupees 10 lakh and tell, don't, let's say, for an example, I told you in the class, right? A brother, Abhijit is dating a girl. His brother calls Abhijit and tells, take a blank check of 10 lakh rupees. Do not date my sister. Do not date my sister, right? So here, Abhijit is taking 10 lakh rupees as a consideration to not do something. Consideration can be positive. Consideration can be negative. Consideration can be past, present, or future. It can be past, present, or future. Now let's read the legal rules relating to a consideration. Let's read the legal rules relating to a consideration. Consideration must move at the desire of the promisor. It must move at the desire of the promisor. இதுக்கு என்ன example? Here there's a classic case law of Durga Prasad versus Baldio. Here Durga Prasad was a contractor. அவனுக்கு ஒரு மார்க்கெட் பிளேஸ் கட்ட சொல்லி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் யார் சொன்னா? ஷாப்கீப்பர் தான் சொன்னா. ஷாப்கீப்பர்ஸ் என்ன சொன்னாங்க? ஷாப்கீப்பர்ஸ் told that if you construct a marketplace for us. நாங்க உனக்கு என்ன கொடுக்கிறோம், கமிஷன் கொடுக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னு ஷாப்கீப்பர்ஸ் சொன்னாங்க. அந்த ஷாப்கீப்பர்ஸ்ல ஒரு ஷாப்கீப்பர் யாரு, பல்தியோ. அந்த நிறைய ஷாப்கீப்பர்ல ஒரு ஷாப்கீப்பர் யாரு, பல்தியோ. One of the shopkeepers is Baldio, and he along with the other shopkeepers told Durga Prasad that if you build a market for us, we will give you a commission. We will give you a commission. Durga Prasad also told okay, but he did not build the market. Then order came from the collector. Collector என்ன சொன்னாரு, மார்க்கெட் கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட் பண்ணும். இமீடியட்டா அவன் என்ன பண்ணா, மார்க்கெட் கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் இந்த பல்தியோ அண்ட் மத்த ஷாப்கீப்பர்ஸ் இருக்காங்கல்ல, அவங்க கிட்ட எல்லாம் போய் என்ன கேட்டான், கமிஷன். நீங்க தான் சொன்னீங்கல்ல, நான் வந்து இப்போ வாட் இஃப் ஐ பில்ட் த மார்க்கெட், யூ டோல்ட் ரைட், யூ வில் கிவ் மீ a கமிஷன், எனக்கு இப்போ கமிஷன் கொடுங்க அப்படின்னு துர்கா பிரசாத் is going and asking the shopkeepers including Baldio. Everybody told we will not give. ஏன்னா நாங்க சொல்லி நீ கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட் பண்ணல, நீ யாரு சொல்லி கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட் பண்ண, கலெக்டர் சொல்லி கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட் பண்ண. always consideration should move from the promisor. நாங்க சொல்லி நீ பண்ணியிருந்த அப்படின்னா then we will give you commission. நீ நாங்க சொல்லி பண்ணல, நீ என்ன பண்ண, கலெக்டர் சொல்லி தான் பண்ண. so here the consideration did not move from the promisor, therefore it is not a valid consideration. Are you able to understand this case law? Baldio versus so Durga Prasad versus Baldio. Is Durga Prasad versus Baldio clear, people? Next is consideration can be past, present or future. Present consideration உனக்கு தெரியும், நீ ஒரு கடைக்கு போய் ஒரு சிப்ஸ் பாக்கெட் வாங்குற, அதுக்கு நீ இமிடியேட்டா காசு பே பண்ற, that is present consideration. சிப்ஸ் பாக்கெட்டோ இல்ல எதையோ வாங்கிட்டு ஃபியூச்சர்ல பே பண்றேன்னு சொல்ற, that is future consideration. Past consideration என்னது, past consideration என்னது, remember this example we did in the class. நம்மளோட செப்டம்பர் 26 கிளாஸ் நம்ம எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்து எங்க போனோம், ஒரு கோவா ட்ரிப்க்கு போனோம். அந்த கோவா ட்ரிப்க்கு நம்ம போகும்போது நம்மளோட யார் இருந்தா, our class student Sanjay was also there. There was a girl, we all went to the beach. There was a girl whom Sanjay saw. She was drowning in the water. Sanjay quickly went and saved the girl. Now the girl's father is telling, what? The girl's father is telling that I will pay you rupees 20 lakhs because you saved my child life, because you saved my daughter's life. Now you think and tell me, your Sanjay is getting paid for his activity which he did in present or past? சஞ்சய்க்கு இப்போ அந்த 20,000 rupees ரிவார்டு கிடைக்கல, அது எதுக்கு கிடைக்குது, அவனோட பாஸ்ட் ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ்க்கு கிடைக்குது. This is a past consideration. Consideration can be past, consideration can be present, consideration can even be future. So first essential என்னது, consideration must always move at the desire of the promisor. ரெண்டாவது என்னது, consideration can be past, present or future. மூணாவது என்னது, consideration may move at the desire of the promisee. Consideration may move at the desire of the promisee. இதுக்கு classic case law is there, Chinnaya versus Ramaya. You guys remember this case law? இந்த case lawல என்ன நடந்தது, in this particular case law there was a mother. You remember there was a mother who was in a deathbed. You remember this? Who was in a deathbed. This is the deathbed. She was in her deathbed, right? And mother told the daughter that I will transfer my property to you provided I will transfer my property to you provided that you promise me that every month you will give a allowance to your uncle. Remember this. Mother told the daughter, mother is in the deathbed, she's going to die. She told the daughter that I will give you all my property provided you promise me that every month 10,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees you will give it to my uncle. Right? Now the girl says what? The girl says yes or no? The girl says yes, and mother also transferred the property in the name of the daughter. And mother died. After transferring the property, the mother died. Now what happened after transferring the property? The mother died. After transferring the property, the mother died, and the daughter for some time she was giving allowance. அதுக்கப்புறம் அவளுக்கு என்ன தோணுச்சுன்னா, இது ஏன் காசு தானே, நான் இதே எதுக்கு அங்கிளுக்கு கொடுக்கணும், இது ஏன் காசு தானே, கொடுக்குறேன், நான் எதுக்கு இவனுக்கு கொடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு she stopped giving the allowance. Uncle filed a case against the daughter saying that she is not paying me the monthly allowance. The daughter went to the court and she said, hey, listen judge, haven't you read the Indian Contract Act? In that it is clearly written, consideration should be two-sided. நான் என்னோட அங்கிள்க்கு அலவன்ஸ் கொடுக்குறேன், அவர் எனக்கு என்ன கொடுத்தாரு? What did he give me? I am giving him allowance. What did he give me? Consideration should be two-sided. இது valid considerationே கிடையாது, valid contractே கிடையாது. இந்த ஆளுக்கு வேற வேலை இல்ல, சும்மா வரா, இந்த கேஸை நீங்க என்ன பண்ணிடுங்க, dismiss பண்ணிடுங்க அப்படின்னு யார் சொல்றா? அப்படின்னு the daughter is telling in the court. But the court told, no, listen daughter, don't act smart. Here the uncle is not giving you any consideration, but your mother transferred the property. No, that was on this condition that you will pay the allowance to the uncle. அவங்களோட அம்மா அந்த ப்ராப்பர்ட்டியை டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணும்போது என்ன சொல்லி டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணாங்க? If you agree that you will give a monthly allowance to the uncle, I will transfer the property. Here consideration did not move from the promisee, but it moved from the other party. It moves from the other party. Who is the other party? The other party is the mother. Is it clear? People? Is it absolutely clear? Yeah. पक्का के दो पुक्का ने எழுதி வச்சிருக்கா அபிஜித் மேட் ஃபெலோ. ஓகே, பக்கா. ஓகே, PAKKA பக்காக்கு வேற ஏதோ எழுதி வச்சிருக்கு. ஓகே, டன். இஸ் தட் கிளியர்? Done. So this is what consideration can move at the desire of the promisee or any other person. Consideration can move at the desire of the promisee or any other person. Classic case law, Chinnaya versus Ramaya. Here though the uncle did not pay anything, who paid it indirectly? Indirectly the consideration was paid by the mother. Promisee is the uncle, but consideration need not come from the promisee. It can even come from a third party. Class நீந்த attend பண்ற, ஆனா காசு கட்டினது யாரு? Your parents. Consideration need not come from the promisee. It can even come from a third party. Is that clear? Right? And consideration can be executed or executory. எப்படி contract executed contract consideration will be executed. Executory contract consideration will be executory. புதுசு இதுல எதுவுமே இல்ல. அடுத்தது consideration need not be adequate. This is a very important point. Let's suppose I am there and Shriram is there. We both enter into a contract. I have a car which is worth rupees 20 lakhs, but because Shriram is my student, I am ready to give it to him for 5 lakhs. You tell me, can anybody question this? Why are you selling a car worth 20 lakhs for 5 lakhs? Can anybody question? No, because the offerer has no problem, the offeree has no problem. Who else will have a problem? I am selling the car, I am okay to sell it for 5 lakhs, adoda worth 20 lakhs da, but because he is my student, he scored really well, I am giving him the car for just 5 lakh rupees. Are you able to understand, people? Will anybody question? No. Consideration need not be adequate. If the offerer are okay with the price, if the offeree is okay with the price, offerer and offeree are okay, promisor and promisee is okay. What is the problem for Contract Act? Contract Act says we don't have any problem. Consideration need not be adequate. If you are, for example, you go to Pondi Bazaar, you do shopping. If you are smart enough, you can negotiate, you can bargain, even buy a product for 1,000 rupees at rupees 400. If you are smart enough, right? Consideration need not be adequate. Yes, if you are good at bargaining, you can get it for even for a lesser price. If you are good at bargaining, consideration need not be adequate. And next is, consideration is not for existing duties. You go to the police station to file a FIR. It is the responsibility of the police officer, it is the duty of the police officer to ask what happened and register the FIR. He cannot ask you to pay an extra money. He cannot ask you to pay extra money for filing a FIR. That is his duty. He cannot ask you to pay anything extra. For what? For doing what? For registering a FIR. Are you able to understand? Very good, very good, very good. Let's just quickly scroll through and see all the essentials of a valid contract, a valid consideration. For a valid consideration, what and all you need. Consideration must always move at the desire of the promisor. ரெண்டாவது, consideration can be past, present or future. மூணாவது, consideration may move at the option of the promisee or any other person. நாலாவது, consideration can be executed or executory. அஞ்சாவது, consideration adequate இருக்கணுங்கிற அவசியம் கிடையாது. Consideration inadequate, it can be inadequate, Shubham, it can be inadequate, right? And consideration is not for existing duties, for your existing duties. For a police officer, he cannot ask money to register a FIR. That is his duty, his work itself is that only. For that the department is paying him salary. He cannot ask me to pay extra for that. Are you able to understand? Can we move on? Only 2 more topics, 10 minutes and I will complete this unit. Let's quickly finish it. Usually if there is no consideration, can there be a valid contract? If there is no consideration, can there be a valid contract? No consideration, no contract. No consideration, no contract. Because in the essentials of a valid contract, we studied consideration is one of the essential elements. If there is no consideration, there is no contract. If there is no consideration, there is no contract. Ana idu ennadhu? If there is law, there should be exceptions. This is an exception where there is no consideration. Still it is a valid contract. These are cases where there is no consideration, still it is a valid contract. Is that clear, people? Is that clear? Okay, can we read the first one? First exception, when contract 25, this is section number 25. I'll make you remember with the subsection number. This is 25(1). 25(1) is when the contract is of natural love and affection. For example, let's say I am there. Or let's say there is Mr. Sahil and his daughter. Sahil is old, he is around 60 years old. So he wants to transfer all his deed, everything, whatever he has, whatever property, shares, everything that he has, அவன் யாருக்கு transfer பண்ணனும்னு நினைக்கிறா? Sahil, to his daughter. இப்போ he is preparing a will. In writing, he is writing, I, Sahil, transfer all my property, all my apartments, all my assets, all my gold, everything in the name of my daughter. Now here you tell me, the father is giving the daughter all his property. What is the daughter giving back in return? It's a will. So father is giving. What is the daughter giving back in return? Is she giving anything? Is this a one-sided consideration? Is she giving anything? No. Is it a one-sided consideration? Yes. But still it is valid. Yes, still it is valid because in the exception it is covered. Exception says that in case it's a contract of natural love and affection, it is in writing, it is based on natural love and affection. And parties are in a near and dear relation. Here you tell me, Sahil and the daughter, are they in a near and dear relation? Sahil and the daughter, are they in a near and dear relation? The answer is yes. If they are in a near and dear relation, it is in writing. Not just writing, it should also be registered. It should be registered with the government. Not just writing, it should also be registered with the government. There's one question you remember we solved in the class where, let's say there's Sahil, he transferred all his property in the name of his daughter. இப்போ வண்டி ஓட்டிட்டு போயிட்டு இருக்கான். போற வழியில ஆக்சிடென்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு. வெரி குட் ராகுல், போற வழியில ஆக்சிடென்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு. Now the question is this valid? Will it fall under the exception? It will not fall under the exception because it is between parties who are in near and dear relation, father and daughter. It is out of natural love and affection. It is in writing, but it is not registered. ஏனா registration பண்ண போற வழியில தான் என்ன ஆயிடுச்சு? Accident ஆயிடுச்சு. So in this particular case, the daughter will not get the property of the father because the court will tell, if the father is giving the property, what is the daughter giving back? Nothing. And to fall under the exception, it should be in writing, registered, near relation, and out of natural love and affection. Is that clear? Very good, Gautam. Correct. They are in near relation, but they are in near relation. They are, this contract is out of natural love and affection, but it is writing. It is in writing, but it is not registered. This is section 25, one which is natural love and affection. Can we go to 25.2? Can we go to 25.2? 25.2 is the same example. Remember this example? Same example. Sanjay saved this girl. Now let's suppose Sanjay, now it is not Goa. Now it is not Goa. Sanjay is going to a hill station. Where he is going? Hill station. Where? Ooty. Ooty, hill station. Sanjay is going. He is telling that, okay, let's go. And the hill station or a cliff top. Let's go there. Let's go there and see the sunrise. He goes to see the sunrise. Okay, he goes and stands there. He sees that somebody is shouting. Somebody is shouting. Save me, like that somebody is shouting. Not like this very badly, in a very sweet voice. My voice is like this. But in a very sweet voice, somebody is shouting. Sanjay is like, Engen vardu in the satto. And Sanjay is going and looking at the cliff of the mountain. Keela, one girl is hanging. One girl is hanging like this. Idudha maroon vechiko. Brown color enga irukku. Where is brown, bro? Idudha, it's not even brown. What color is this? Brown color. This is Marathoda branch. And one girl is like this. Hanging. Ivlo periya kaiya. Yes. Okay, she's hanging. She is hanging. She's hanging like this. And she's telling, save me, like that she's telling. Here who comes? Our hero. Our hero. Ipo ma'am, in the circle, it is the aura. Aura. In cinema and all, it will come no aura. Okay? On pinadi, or oli iruk. Okay, this guy goes now. This guy is going now. He's going now. Oh my God. Yeah, like this. Even case open all venu bola. Wait 1 second. Wait. Now this is Sanjay. This is Sanjay. Now let's suppose Sanjay is going and seeing who is this. He's saying he found out this particular girl is there. Sanjay quick அப்படியே இப்படி போயிட்டு அந்த பொண்ணை என்ன பண்ணிடுறான், சேவ் பண்ணிடுறான். அந்த பொண்ணை என்ன பண்ணிடுறான், சேவ் பண்ணிடுறான். இப்போ 2 பேரும் வந்துடுறாங்க. சஞ்சயும் oh my god, சஞ்சய் டிஸ்லோகேட் ஆயிட்டான். சஞ்சய் oh my god, சஞ்சய் sorry, Sanjay later dislocated. I think now the girl should save Sanjay. Now it's ulta. Now the girl should start saving Sanjay. Okay, now she has come up. She's saving this guy. Okay, it's not like that, but both of them are saved. Both of them are saved. That was my beautiful drawing skills, but now both of them have been saved. Now in this particular case, this girl belongs to a very rich family in Ooty. That particular father called Sanjay and tell that I will give you 2 crore rupees. I will give you 2 crore rupees. You tell me this 2 crore rupees being given to Sanjay is for his voluntary service. Voluntary service in the past. Did anybody force him to save the girl? No, he himself saved it. It is for his voluntary service that he did in the past. And you tell me, Sanjay in the service of Panamode, did he expect that somebody will give him this reward? Did he expect the reward and then do it? No, he just wanted to save that girl's life. He saved that girl's life. And after that, the father told, I will give you a reward of 2 crore rupees. Your reward is being given for a past voluntary service. Here the girl and his father themselves, they come and tell, we will give you the reward. Girl and the father themselves, they come and tell that we will give you a reward. Sanjay didn't ask. The girl and the father are themselves coming and telling that I will give you the reward. In this question, please see, service should have been rendered voluntarily. Did Sanjay save the girl's life voluntarily? Yes. Service should have been done for the promiser. Did Sanjay save the girl? Yes. Did the father and the daughter only come and tell that we will pay you 2 crore rupees? Yes. All this is satisfied. Now later you cannot come. Now later the father cannot tell, hey Sanjay, I am giving you 2 crores. What did you do for me? What he did? In past he saved your daughter voluntarily. That past voluntary service is only Sanjay's consideration for which you are paying the 2 crore rupees. Are you able to understand? You cannot tell that you did not do anything. No, Sanjay saving that girl in the past, that past voluntary service is only the consideration you will have to pay him, because he saved voluntarily. You were the ones who came and committed that you will pay. You were the one who came and told that, no, you saved my daughter's life. The daughter is also coming and telling, Sanjay, you saved my life. He's holding Sanjay. She's holding Sanjay's hand and telling, you saved my life. I will pay you 2 crore rupees. Now you tell me, now you guys tell me, is this, whose fault is this? Whose fault is this? Whose fault is this? Nobody's. Nobody's. You tell me, will Sanjay get 2 crore rupees? Will Sanjay get 2 crore rupees? The answer is yes. Will Sanjay get 2 crore rupees? The answer is yes. Is that absolutely clear? Is that absolutely clear? That is 25. 25 2 is for past voluntary services if you pay something. For past voluntary services if you pay something. Even one-sided consideration is valid. Next is promise to pay a time barred debt. Do you remember this? Promise to pay a time barred debt. Do you remember this promise to pay a time barred debt? Usually what will happen? A debt. Due date lende 3 வருஷத்துக்குள்ள debt என்ன ஆயிடும்? Due date lende 3 வருஷத்துக்குள்ள debt என்ன ஆயிடும்? It will become time barred. Due date lende 3 வருஷத்துக்குள்ள if you don't recover, it will become time barred. It will become time barred. Here DT gave a loan to Abhijit. DT gave a loan to Abhijit. And the due date for the loan was what? 30th June 2023. 30th June 2023 இவன் கால் அடிச்சா கால் எடுக்கல. வீட்டுக்கு போய் பார்த்தா வீடு பூட்டி இருக்கு. ஓகே, ஃபேஸ்புக்ல இல்ல, லிங்க்டின்ல இல்ல, இன்ஸ்டாகிராம்ல இல்ல, எல்லாத்தையுமே வேனிஷ் ஆயிட்டான். அபிஜித்னு ஒரு ஆளே இல்லாத அளவுக்கு வேனிஷ் ஆயிட்டான். இப்போ நீனே சொல்லு, நான் இவனை கஷ்டப்பட்டு தேடுறேன். 30th June 2023 டியூ டேட் ஆகுது. அதுல இருந்து 3 வருஷம் வரைக்கும் இவன் வரவே இல்லை. எங்க போனானே தெரியல. அண்டர் கிரவுண்ட் போயிட்டான். எங்க இருக்கான், எப்படி இருக்கான், எதுவுமே தெரியல. After 3 years, what will happen to the debt? It will become time barred. Now it will become time barred. Now even if he comes to me, will I be able to legally recover after 3 years? After 3 years legally? No, because the debt has become time barred. What do you mean by time barred debt, ma'am? Abdina, after 3 years in the eyes of law the debt does not even exist. After 3 years in the eyes of law the debt does not even exist. 3 வருஷம் ஆயிடுச்சு. 3 வருஷம் ஹிமாலயால எங்கேயோ சுத்திட்டு இருக்கான். ஹிமாலயால with all those people who meditate, he is roaming. Then he realizes நம்ம வாழ்க்கையில யாரையுமே சீட் பண்ண கூடாது. நம்ம பண்ணது ரொம்ப பெரிய தப்பு. We took money from ma'am, we took money from Vam and we did not return it. Oh my God, how will God forgive me? So he decides to come back to Chennai and return the money to me. He comes after 30th June 2026. You itself think and tell, after 30th June 2026, if he comes to Chennai, you tell me, will legally I be able to recover? No, because the debt has become time barred. But he comes to me, he finds me and he tells her, ma'am, I'm very sorry, ma'am. Now I understood, I made a very big mistake. I shouldn't have cheated you. I made a very big mistake. I will give you in writing, ma'am. What if 3 years have gone? What if it has become time barred? I will give you in writing that I will return the time barred debt of rupees 1 lakh that I borrowed from DT. I will return it within a period of 3 months. You tell me, 3 வருஷம் கழிச்சு இவன் வரான். டெட்டே டைம் பார்ட் ஆயிடுச்சு. லாவோட கண்ணிலேருந்து டெட் இட் செல்ஃப் டஸ் நாட் எக்ஸிஸ்ட். அதுக்கப்புறம் 3 வருஷம் கழிச்சு வந்து ஒரு டைம் பார்ட் டெட்டுக்கு நான் என்ன பண்றேன்னு சொல்றான், நான் பே பண்றேன்னு சொல்றான். டைம் பார்ட் டெட்டுக்கு நான் பே பண்றேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்றான். யூ டெல் மீ now in the eyes of law Abhijit has given in writing saying that I will return DT's money. He has also signed it. But you tell me, in the eyes of law, doesn't it look like only Abhijit is paying me? Yes or no? Because what loan I gave, it is not looked at a repayment anymore. அது இப்போ நம்ம repayment ஓட கண்ணோட்டத்துல பார்க்க முடியாது. ஏன்னா in the eyes of law the debt has become time barred. The debt itself does not exist. Law will see as if அபிஜித் எதுக்கு ஃப்ரீயா மேமுக்கு காசு கொடுக்குறான். Law will not see that. அவங்க முன்னாடி கொடுத்த லோனை தான் இவன் ரிட்டர்ன் பண்றான். Law will not be able to see that. Why law will not be able to see that? Because in the eyes of law this debt has become time barred. In the eyes of law this debt has become time barred. Are you able to understand? In the eyes of law in the debt exist ஆகாத ஏதோ ஒரு டெட்டுக்கு பேமெண்ட் வருது அப்படின்னா it will be considered as a one-sided payment coming from Abhijit. Now tell me, it is a one-sided consideration, but still it is valid? Is it valid? The answer is yes, but still it is valid. Why? Because if it's a time barred debt, the person who took the loan in writing after 3 years, after the time is over, after 3 years, after the debt has become time barred, even after that, if he comes in writing, he is telling I am willing to pay it, he signs it also, then what happens? Even though it is one sided, it is valid. Even though it is one sided, it is valid, right? Like a promissory note. Yes, yes, right? And fourth and fifth one is very easy. Agency la na, let's say na principal, நீ வந்து agent, நான் உனக்கு goods கொடுக்கிறேன், I will not take anything back in return. ஏன்னா the goods உனக்கு கொடுத்தது இல்ல, நீ அதை வேற யாருக்கோ வித்து கொடுக்கணும், right? So here in agency, I am giving you goods, I don't expect anything back in return from the agent. I want him to sell that goods, I don't expect anything back from the agent, right? So it's one sided consideration, but still it is valid. அதே மாதிரி completed gift, yes, it's the pen drive example, right? Completed gift la, you go to somebody's marriage, you give them a gift, do you expect anything back in return? No. Do you expect anything back in return? No, we don't expect anything back in return, right? Because gift nature itself is, it will be one sided. Gift or nature itself is, it will be one sided, right? Next is gratuitous bailment. What do you mean by gratuitous bailment? What do you mean by gratuitous bailment? What do you mean by gratuitous bailment? What do you mean by bailment? First of all, bailment, you leave gratuitous. Bailment, what do you mean by bailment? When you transfer the possession, it is known as what? It is a case of bailment. When you transfer possession, it is a case of bailment. Your bailment is done gratuitously. What do you mean by bailment done gratuitously? Gratuitous means freely. Yes, exactly. You remember I gave my convertible to Abhijit? He told that he wants to go on a long drive with his girlfriend. I told, take it, boss, take it for 2 days, use it and then give it back to me. Take it for 2 days and use it and give it back to me. He has not got the ownership, he only has the possession. The nature of gratuitous bailment itself, the nature என்னது, one sided தான் இருக்கும். In a pere another gratuitous bailment. Na edo kudupa, I'll not get anything back in return because it is gratuitous. It is for free. Are you able to understand? Is it absolutely clear? And the last is charity. If let's suppose there's a case of charity. I gave you this example of Kedarnath versus Gauri Muhammad. You remember this case law? Kedarnath versus Gauri Muhammad. Remember this case law, right? In this example, what happened was, let's say I'll give you an example. I go and visit a temple. I see that temple is very nalla idichi poi, construction edu pannama, romba doosi renovate pannama irukku. I go to that temple every day. So எனக்கு அந்த temple பார்த்தாலே பிடிக்கல. Okay, ஏன் இப்படி இருக்கு? It should be more neat and clean. எல்லாரும் வர இடம், it should be neat and clean. So I tell the priest, நீங்க என்ன பண்ணுங்க, renovation பண்ணுங்க, அதுக்கு என்ன செலவானாலும் அது என்ன பண்றேன், நான் கொடுக்கிறேன். I will give any expenses that is going to be incurred. The priest also told, okay pa, உனக்கு நல்ல மனசு, you give it to me, I will do the renovation. என்ன நம்பி priest என்ன பண்ணிட்டாரு, வெண்டார் கிட்டலாம் ஆர்டர் பிளேஸ் பண்ணிட்டாரு. சிமெண்ட்டுக்கு, அந்த பெயிண்ட்டுக்கு எல்லாத்துக்குமே ஆர்டர் பிளேஸ் பண்ணிட்டாரு. இப்போ அது எல்லாமே வந்து இறங்கிடுச்சு. பேமெண்ட் பண்ணணும். the priest is calling me, asking, மா நீங்க தான் சொன்னீங்கல்ல நீங்க பேமெண்ட் பண்றீங்க, ரெனோவேஷன் பண்றதுக்கு காசு கொடுக்குறீங்கன்னு, உங்களை நம்பி நான் என்ன பண்ணிட்டேன், எல்லாம் ஆர்டர் பண்ணிட்டேன், எல்லாருமே வந்துட்டாங்க, நீங்க பேமெண்ட் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா வேலையை ஆரம்பிச்சிடலாம். I'll be like, sorry priest, இன்னைக்கு இந்த தடவை எனக்கே ஆஃபீஸ்ல இன்க்ரிமெண்ட் போடல, என்னால என்ன பண்ண முடியாது, எதுவுமே கொடுக்க முடியாது. அது எப்படி இருந்தாலும் சேரிட்டி தானே, என்னால எதுவுமே கொடுக்க முடியாது. priest is like, என்னமா இப்படி சொல்றீங்க, நீங்க கொடுப்பீங்கங்கறத நம்பிதான் நான் என்ன பண்ணிட்டேன், what did I do, I placed the order with everybody. அவங்க எல்லாரும் சாமானோட வந்துட்டாங்க. இப்போ நான் அவங்களுக்கு பே பண்ணலனா அவங்க என்ன விட மாட்டாங்க. நான் உங்களை நம்பி நீங்க கொடுக்கறேன்னு சொன்னதுனால தான் நான் என்ன பண்ணேன், நான் இந்த ஆர்டர்லாம் பிளேஸ் பண்ணேன். இப்போ வந்து இப்படி சொல்றீங்களே அப்படின்னு the priest is telling, I am telling that it is a case of charity தானே. சரி, சேரிட்டியை கூட நீங்க விட்டு தள்ளுங்க, இது கான்ட்ராக்ட்னு நீங்க சொல்றீங்க, நான் சொன்னதுனால தான் நீங்க பண்ணீங்கன்னு சொல்றீங்க. ஓகே, நான் உங்களுக்கு காசு கொடுப்பேன், நீங்க எனக்கு திரும்பி என்ன கொடுப்பீங்க, கான்ட்ராக்ட்னா இட் should be a two-sided consideration. நான் உங்களுக்கு காசு கொடுக்குறேன், நீங்க எனக்கு திரும்பி என்ன கொடுக்குறீங்க, எதுவுமே இல்லை தானே, அப்போ இது கான்ட்ராக்டே கிடையாது, இனிமேல் எனக்கு ஃபோன் பண்ணாதீங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நான் ஃபோனை வச்சுட்டேன். இஸ் திஸ் ரைட் ஆர் இஸ் திஸ் ராங்? இஸ் திஸ் ரைட் ஆர் இஸ் திஸ் ராங்? The answer is, it is wrong. It is wrong. Why it is wrong? In a charity case, if the promisee takes the liability, the priest took the liability on the promise of the person. Na promise பண்ணத நம்பி அவர் ஏதோ liability incur பண்ணிருக்காரு அப்படினா, நான் promise பண்ணத நம்பி அவர் ஏதோ liability incur பண்ணிருக்காரு அப்படினா, I will have to pay for this. I cannot come and tell it's a one-sided consideration. எனக்கு என்ன கிடைக்க போகுது? I cannot say that. Are you able to understand? Are you able to understand? Is it absolutely clear? Is it absolutely clear? Is it absolutely clear? இதுல section numbers மட்டும் நான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லிடுறேன். Section numbers மட்டும் நான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லிடுறேன். 25, 25, 1. 25, 1 is for what? Natural love and affection. 25, 1 is for natural love and affection. 25, 2. 25, 2 is for what? 25, 1 is natural love and affection. 25, 2 is past voluntary service. Service. 25, 3. 25, 3 is time barred debt. Time barred debt. And the section for agency. Agency or section எது தெரியுமா? Agency or section is 185 and agency or section is 185. Gratuitous bailment is 148. If you can remember, that's it. In the chapter la ivlo sections மட்டும் தான் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும், இதுக்கு மேல செக்ஷன் கிடையாது. So in the chapter la 2D அது consideration or definition. 25.1 natural love and affection, 25.2 past voluntary service, 25.3 time barred debt, agency 185, section 185, gratuitous bailment 148. இந்த chapterல இவ்வளவுதான் sections. இந்த chapterல இவ்வளவுதான் sections. Is it clear, people? Is it absolutely clear? So let's start the last segment of this particular unit, which is doctrine of privity of contract. Doctrine of privity of contract says that a contract is between two people, the offerer and the offeree, the promisor and the promisee. நாளைக்கு யாரோ ஒருத்தவங்க breach பண்ணா கூட offerer offeree மேல கேஸ் போடலாம் and offeree offerer மேல கேஸ் போடலாமே தவிர third party cannot file a case against each other. Third party cannot file a case against each other. Doctrine of privity of contract says that a contract is a very private arrangement between two people. Breach ஏதோ நடந்ததுன்னா அந்த ரெண்டு பேரு they can file a case against each other but not the others. Those two people can file a case against each other but not the others. This is the general rule which says that stranger to a contract cannot sue the contract. Stranger to a contract cannot sue. If contract is between me and you, na, I can file a case against you, you can file a case against me if we both have done a breach. But an outsider can never file a case against us as per the doctrine of privity of contract. ஆனா இதுக்கு சில எக்ஸெப்ஷன்ஸ் இருக்கு. முதல் எக்ஸெப்ஷன் என்னன்னா ஒரு ட்ரஸ்ட். ஒரு ட்ரஸ்ட், லெட்ஸ் சி ஒரு ஸ்கூல் கட்டியிருக்காங்க, அந்த ஸ்கூலுக்கு காசு டொனேஷன் யாரு கொடுக்குறா? ட்ரஸ்டீஸ் தான் டொனேஷன் கொடுக்குறாங்க. கான்ட்ராக்ட் யாருக்குள்ள நடந்திருக்கு? ட்ரஸ்ட் அண்ட் ட்ரஸ்டீஸ். ட்ரஸ்ட்டுக்கு வந்து ட்ரஸ்டீஸ் அப்படின்னா ரிச் பீப்புள் வில் பி பார்ட் ஆஃப் த ட்ரஸ்டினோ. அவங்க ஸ்கூலுக்கு டொனேஷன் கொடுத்துட்டு என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா, ஸ்கூல்ல நீங்க ஒரு லைப்ரரி கட்டுங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. கான்ட்ராக்ட் யாருக்குள்ள நடந்திருக்கு? ட்ரஸ்ட்டும் ட்ரஸ்டிக்கு நடுவுலையும் நடந்திருக்கு. இப்போ நம்மளா யாரு? நம்ம அந்த ஸ்கூல்ல படிக்கிறோம். வி ஆர் ஆல் தி பெனிஃபிஷியரிஸ். ஏன்னா அந்த லைப்ரரி கட்டினா அதை யார் யூஸ் பண்ணுவா? நம்ம தான் யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். வி ஆர் ஆல் த பெனிஃபிஷியரிஸ். இப்போ ஸ்கூலோட ட்ரஸ்ட் என்ன பண்ணிச்சுன்னா அந்த காசை வாங்கி அதை லைப்ரரி கட்டாம வேற எதுக்கோ யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. இப்போ நீ சொல்லு, கான்ட்ராக்ட் ட்ரஸ்டிக்கும் ட்ரஸ்ட்டுக்கும் நடுவில் நடந்தது. பட் கேன் ஐ ஃபைல் அ கேஸ்? த ஆன்சர் இஸ் எஸ். கேன் த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் த ஸ்கூல் ஃபைல் த கேஸ்? த ஆன்சர் இஸ் எஸ். ஏன்னா இங்க த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் தட் ஸ்கூல் ஆர் பெனிஃபிஷியரி. So this is the first exception. Even if you are not a party to a contract happened between the trustee members and the school. Trustee told that you please build a library so that students are finding it helpful, they can study well. In a contract happened between the trustee and the trust. ஆனா கேஸ் யாரு ஃபைல் பண்ணலாம்? Who can even sue the trust? The beneficiary can also sue. It is because here it falls under the exception of doctrine of privity of contract. Doctrine of privity of contract says usually only parties to a contract can file a case on each other. The first exception is in case of trust, the beneficiary, if he is affected, யாருக்காக இந்த ட்ரஸ்ட் பில்ட் பண்ணாங்களோ அவன் அஃபெக்ட் ஆறான் அப்படின்னா அவன் பார்ட்டி டு கான்ட்ராக்ட் இல்லைனா கூட கான்ட்ராக்ட் யாருக்குள்ள நடந்திருக்கு? ட்ரஸ்டீஸும் ட்ரஸ்ட்டுக்குள்ள தான் நடந்திருக்கு. அவங்க இவங்களுக்கு காசு கொடுத்து ஸ்கூல் கட்டுங்க, சாரி லைப்ரரி கட்டுங்கன்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. பட் ஸ்டில் பெனிஃபிஷியரி என்ன பண்ணலாம்? கேஸை ஃபைல் பண்ணலாம். Are you understanding the trust one? Trust, are you understanding? Is it clear? Can we go for the next one, family settlement? Can you go for the next one, family settlement? Family settlement case la enna agum appadina, family settlement case la here if you see there is one grandfather, அவருக்கு 3 பசங்க இருக்காங்க, அமன், அர்ஜுன், அயான் அப்படின்னு 3 பசங்க இருக்காங்க. இந்த 3 பசங்களுக்கும் அவரோட ப்ராப்பர்ட்டியை என்ன பண்ணிட்டாரு? அவங்களுக்கு 1/3 அப்படின்னு எல்லாருக்கும் ஈக்குவலா he has divided and given it. Now suddenly Aman dies. Now Aman's wife is going to the grandfather asking for Aman's share of the property. Now grandfather is telling the contract was between me and Aman, me and Arjun, and me and Ayan. You are third party to a contract. I will not pay you. Now the wife goes and sues the grandfather. Can the wife sue the grandfather? Yes. In case of family settlement, some should be in writing. Then those members who are originally were not parties to the settlement can enforce. Here, in case that will was in writing, and the will, that grandfather is telling, I will give 1/3 of my property to Aman, and the will writing la irukku abdina, then the wife can go and sue the grandfather. This is in case of a family settlement. In case that father is dead, the daughter, the son, the wife, they can sue the grandfather. In case of family settlement, even third party, yeah, very good Brinda, indirectly your wife is the beneficiary. The same principle will apply. Indirectly your wife is the beneficiary. So same principle in family settlement also, third parties can sue. Though they are not party to a contract, still third party can sue. She can get the time of settlement. What is that? What is time of settlement? She can get at the time of settlement. What is that? But she's asking immediately. No, if he's not giving, that guy is dead, right? So she's asking immediately. If you are not giving, if he's telling I will not at all give, she can go to the court. What if it was not written? Then musammal not possible. How will you prove? If it's not written, how will you prove such an arrangement happened? Right? Next is contract of marriage. Contract of marriage. Remember I told you this example. Husband and father-in-law entered into a agreement where father-in-law is nothing but the girl's daughter. The girl's father told the husband saying that you should pay my daughter every month rupees 1 lakh as maintenance. Here the girl's father told the husband that you should pay me 1 lakh rupees every month as maintenance. The husband told yes I will pay. After that they got married. Husband கொஞ்ச மாசத்துக்கு அந்த 1 lakh rupees maintenance கொடுத்துட்டு இருந்தான். Later when the girl's father died, the husband stopped giving. Can the girl sue the husband? Can the girl sue the husband? Yes. The contract happened between whom? The contract happened between the husband and the father-in-law. But can the girl sue? Yes, because here also indirectly the girl is beneficiary. It was a marriage of contract. So it was a marriage contract. It was clearly given that I will get my daughter married only when you promise that 1 lakh rupees maintenance. If the husband fails, the wife can go to the court. Wife is not a party to a contract. Contract happened between the husband and the father-in-law, but still wife can go. Is that clear? Next is the case of assignment. Assignment also I gave you the example. Insurance company. Remember, let's say husband takes a life insurance. From this company Star Insurance. Contract is between husband and the insurance company. Husband dies. Who will get the amount? The wife. Can the insurance company say the contract happened between me and the husband, me and your husband only. We will pay the amount only to the husband. How you can pay it only to the husband? That guy is dead. So you have to pay it to the wife. If the insurance company does not pay it to the wife has every right to go to the court. Right? Your wife is not a party to the contract. Contract happened between husband and Star Insurance only, but wife can still go to the court. Is that clear? Is that clear? Is that clear? Similarly, let's say principal appointed an agent, a house agent who will sell the house and give. Here, agent sold the house, but customer is not making the payment. Can the principal go to the court and file a case? Customer வீட வாங்கிட்டான், வீடுக்குள்ள இருக்கிறான், ஆனா கொடுக்கவே மாட்டேங்கிறான், அமௌண்ட் கொடுக்கவே மாட்டேங்கிறான். Can the principal file a case against the customer? Yes, because in case of an agency, the agent is indirectly representing the principal. Though the contract happened between agent and the customer, though principal is a third party, he has the right to sue. Sixth is very important, covenant running with the land. Remember this example I told you, Sohan Lal and Mohan Lal. Sohan Lal had 10 acres of land, 10 acres of land. And the 10 acres of land அவன் யார்கிட்ட கொடுத்துட்டான்? மோகன் லால் கிட்ட கொடுத்துட்டான். அவன் யார்கிட்ட கொடுத்துட்டான்? மோகன் லால் கிட்ட கொடுத்துட்டு என்ன சொன்னானா, 9 acres உனக்கு எப்படி வேணுமோ அப்படி யூஸ் பண்ணு, 9 acres உனக்கு எப்படி வேணுமோ அப்படி யூஸ் பண்ணு, ஆனா அந்த ஒரே ஒரு ஏக்கர் மட்டும் என்னோட பையன் சோட்டு லால் சொன்னது மாதிரி தான் யூஸ் பண்ணுவேன், என்னோட பையன் சோட்டு லால் சொன்ன மாதிரி தான் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். திஸ் மோகன் லால் ஆல்சோ டோல், ஓகே சார், நோ ப்ராப்ளம், நான் 9 ஏக்கர்ல என் இஷ்டத்துக்கு வேலை பண்ணிக்கிறேன், எனக்கு என்ன வேணுமோ பண்ணிக்கிறேன், ஆனா அந்த ஒரு ஏக்கர் சோட்டு லால் என்ன சொல்றானோ அதை தான் நான் பண்ணுவேன். இங்க கான்ட்ராக்ட் யாருக்குள்ள நடந்தது? சோஹன் லால் அண்ட் மோகன் லால். இட் இஸ் அ கான்ட்ராக்ட் ரிலேட்டட் டு அ land. There is a covenant, there is a condition running with that, saying that there is a covenant, there is a condition running with that, saying that he can use the 9 acres however you want, but the 10th acre should be used, should be used only as per the instructions, of Chotu Lal. Is that clear? Absolutely clear. Now in this particular case, tell me, after some years Sohan Lal dies, Chotu Lal is telling Mohan Lal, அந்த ஒரு ஏக்கர் லேண்ட்ல மட்டும் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணலாம், ஃபார்மிங் பண்ணலாம். ஆனா மோகன் லால் என்ன சொல்றா, அதெல்லாம் பண்ண முடியாது, 10 ஏக்கர்லயும் நான் மால் தான் கட்டுவேன். Now you tell me, can Chotu Lal file a case against Mohan Lal? Can Chotu Lal file a case against Mohan Lal? Is Chotu Lal a party to the contract? Did the contract happen between Chotu Lal and Mohan Lal? No, the contract happened between Sohan Lal and Mohan Lal. But still Chotu Lal can file a case because he is part of that covenant. He is indirectly a beneficiary of covenant. There was a covenant running with the land, and as per that, can he file the case? The answer is yes. And the last is acknowledgement or estoppel. Remember this example. There is DT. I borrowed money from Abhijit. I live in Chennai. Abhijit lives in Goa. I live in Chennai. Abhijit lives in Goa. Very good, Sriram. What happened now? After some time, when the due date comes, I am going to Goa to return the amount to Abhijit. I go and call Abhijit and tell your address, I am standing in the airport, I'll come and give. Abhijit is telling, ma'am, I can't hear you. I am on a trip with my girlfriends. I am in Thailand. I will come only after 2 weeks. I am in Thailand, I will come after only 2 weeks. Now I am telling, hey, listen, boss, I cannot keep sitting 2 weeks here. I have a lot of work to do. So what I will do is, எங்க ரெண்டு பேரோட we had a common friend. எங்க ரெண்டு பேருக்கும் there was a common friend. Who was the common friend? The common friend was Siddharth. Who was the common friend? Siddharth. So I told that I will pay the amount to Siddharth. And Siddharth will give it to you. அவன் கோவால ஏதா இருக்கான். நான் சித்தார்த்க்கு கொடுத்துட்டு நான் கிளம்பிடுறேன். You collect it from Siddharth. Now Siddharth told, yes ma'am, I'll do it. I know you also, I know Abhijit also. I'll do it for you guys. Now what Siddharth does? He takes 50,000 from me. He calls Abhijit and tells, hey, listen, boss, your 50,000 is with me only. When you come back, you call me, I will return it. Now, Abhijit comes from his Thailand trip. He calls Siddharth. Siddharth tells, what money? Who are you? Cut the call. Right? Now you tell me, can Abhijit file a case against Siddharth? The answer is yes. Though the contract happened between DT and Abhijit, Siddharth himself acknowledged that he is a part of this contract. He himself, by estoppel, like remember partner by acknowledgement or partner by estoppel, they voluntarily become the partner. Like that, Siddharth here voluntarily became the part of the contract. The contract was between me and Abhijit only. Voluntarily, by acknowledgement, he only called Abhijit and told, hey, listen, da, Abhijit, once you come back to Goa, you give me a call, da, I only have that 50,000. By calling and informing it to Abhijit, he acknowledged that he has the money. He himself became a part of the contract. Can Abhijit sue Siddharth? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Though Abhijit originally is not a party to contract, can Abhijit sue Siddharth? The answer is yes. So these are all the 7 cases. These are all the 7 cases in which even though you are not a party to a contract, even though you are not promisor promisee, still you can go and file a case. ஆனாலும் நீ போய் என்ன பண்ணலாம்? கேஸ ஃபைல் பண்ணலாம். Is this clear, people? Is this clear? Is this clear? Your entire unit number 2 is only 3 topics. Entire unit number 2 is only 3 topics. Entire unit number 2 is only 3 topics. Here, see. மூணே மூணு தான் இருக்கு யூனிட் நம்பர் 2ல. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து கன்சிடரேஷன் as per 2D. அடுத்தது வந்து இந்த நோ கன்சிடரேஷன் நோ கான்ட்ராக்ட், அதோட எக்ஸெப்ஷன்ஸ் 25(1), 25(2), 25(3), 148, 185. okay, அதுக்கப்புறம் you have doctrine of privity of contract. privity of contractல sections கிடையாது. doctrine of privity of contract. Is that clear? Is that clear? Absolutely clear. Very good. Very good. Is that clear? Unit number 3 we'll do it tomorrow because you have to do it with good energy. Okay, now I don't believe you will be able to give your best shot. Unit number 3 is, you need a little bit of concentration for that. So we'll do it tomorrow. We still have time, so that's not a big deal. Okay.